It says we're live. Look at this.
Look at us go. We did it.
Only what, 10 minutes late?
25 minutes of setup and 10 minutes late.
All right. Well, it's this new technology stuff. I don't know how this stuff works.
Yeah, it's not like you have a career in it or anything.
Welcome, everybody. This is Gene from War Gaming from the Balcony. I'm here with my resident expert, Joe.
What's good?
And we're going through the Pandemic Picnic 2 list review.
The Pandemic Picnic 2.
And I will are you doing a Statler impression?
Yes.
Just repeating what I say, but slower.
Exactly.
Nice job.
Yep. The quality content you bring me for.
Makes me feel comfortable. All right. This is a one-day tournament that the Green Dragons are putting on. Basically, Mark's running it. Great idea. He did it last fall. It worked out great. So he set one up this spring. And apparently people are dying to get out of their homes because 36 people signed up for a one-day tournament.
That's exciting.
It was very exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was really impressed with this. So,
yeah, I can't wait.
Moving on. Let's see what we got. So, summary of the list. Here we go. Here's the breakdown. You can see no Beast Herds, no Equitane, no Saurian Ancients.
So, the one that I'm most surprised by is there's only 2 Dread Elf lists out of 36.
Shocks me.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's insane to me with how good that new book is.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm just crazy. Surprised. I was expecting Highborn Elves to be playing as Dread Elves. I was expecting a lot.
Yeah. The other one, I think Equitane and Beast Herds are a little surprising, but not a lot of people around here play Beast Herds, or Equitane. But
well,
just
in a
one-day
Equitane
tournament.
Players running it.
Yeah, like our one tried and true Equitane players running it.
Right.
But like just in a one-day tournament, you kind of need like 50+ points to win it.
Yes.
So I was expecting more like smashy armies. Let me just say that.
Right. And look at this. There's 4 armies represented 5 times. Empire, that's a shocker. Orcs and Goblins.
Yeah.
Because there's always Orcs and Goblin players. Goblin players.
Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
But then Vampires kind of surprises me. Some people that I normally don't see doing Vampires are playing Vampires.
I wonder who that is.
I can think of one right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And then Warriors. Warriors is 5. That's Warriors is usually near the top of the list, if not at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we got for the breakdown. Couple of ones. I mean, guys already won the best Vermin Swarm. Ben's got the best Sylvan Elves.
Yep.
So anyway, all right. So let's move on. So what I said is we'll go through the list in order by army, and then we'll look at the matchups.
Okay.
I was going to do something a little bit different, but we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we're going to start off with a Dread Elf army. Phil Blake.
All right. So I wrote this list.
Oh boy! How many times are you going to say that during this turn?
A lot, because he's already trying to take credit for it on the. He did make a couple of changes, like on the I would have given the Warlock Outcast the Destiny's Call, so she can just go stand up with the spear block, so you're not having to worry about bouncing around. It gives you a little more flexibility on where you're pushing your auxiliaries. But this list has 114 shots.
Oh.
90 of those are strength 3. They're only AP 1 if they're in short range, but they're strength 3 and they can march and shoot. So his effective range on these is 28 inches.
Right.
The bolt throwers also move. So you have 24 strength 5 AP 2 shots.
Yep.
If you want to push into this bow line, you then have to deal with 3 Hydras that heal.
Yep. This should be a fun list. I want to see how this does.
Here's the other one that just kills me.
Wait a minute. How many shots did you say this has?
114.
Okay.
Because the new Dread Elf bolt throwers.
Right. 90 from the
90 plus 24 because the Dread Elf bolt throwers have 8 shots each.
Right. Oof.
114.
Nice.
Now, I don't understand why Dark Elf players on the internet are complaining about evocation. Evocation is a phenomenal lore.
Yes,
You
it
have rerolls
is.
to hit, you have rerolls to wound with all your strength 3 stuff,
Yeah.
and you have this amazing spell, which is -1 toughness and -1 discipline.
Right. Drop their toughness and then shoot them 114
Yeah,
times.
exactly. You just
Not
need to
much
drop their
goes to that.
toughness. Yeah. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
worried about armor. Well, have
Okay.
fun making saves with your 1-up armor if you're taking like 30 wounds a turn. And then
Yeah, we'll see how Phil does with this.
Gorgons might be like the stealth filth in this list. If you can make a 5-up Aegis save, Gorgons are phenomenal.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good list. So a comment I heard when the list came out was, "I can't wait to see what Phil runs as the Hydras."
Oh, he's borrowing my Dread Elf army.
Is he? Okay.
That's why I'm not playing Dread Elves. Is
So
he
there's
wanted
3
to borrow
legit
my Dread Elf.
Hydras.
There are 3 legit Hydras. 2 of the new plastic ones and 1 of the old school
Nice.
metal ones. Yeah, so he will actually have Hydras because he's borrowing my army.
All right.
And of course, it's in my favorite color, which is purple. So you know it's a Joe army.
This is a good list. I want to see how this does.
Yeah, I think it's better over 5 games,
Right.
just with some of the avoidance features in it. But I think he's going to do pretty well with it.
What is the lacerating touch?
That gives him the +1 attack, fear, and AP3. So he's that like Temple Legate has, I think, 3 base paired weapons last. So 5 strength 4 AP3 attacks with +1 to wound.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then
All
he'll
right.
have reroll 1s to wound
With
because
the Mask of the
Beast
War Crow
Mask.
nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Yep. Very nice. He might go some places with this list. This is the reigning Mountain Mayhem champion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. What do we got? Kelly Wheaton's Dread Elves, the other Dread Elf player.
The other Dread Elf player.
Yeah, only 2. Again, shocking.
Yeah, with how good that book is,
Right.
I just I'm genuinely surprised. So Kelly went with a bit of a different approach. He of course took a mana core.
Of course,
I've never not seen him play an elf army without like a mana core or a griffin.
He likes the 18-inch BSB.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Although, like, I think Dread Elves, like, we can talk if we want to do a book review on Dread Elves, we could do that later. But Dread Elves might be one of those armies that don't have to play with the BSB because the Obsidian Guard and their Greybeard rule, and then they now have an item that you can give to a character to then extend that further. So it's 2 units of Obsidian Guard cover something like 44 inches of the table.
Okay.
For rerolls. So
yeah, maybe you don't need it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's got one, and he's got it on the mana core. So he's got the big bubble.
Yep.
He's got the 2 big units of Legionnaires. I mean, yeah.
Also an evocation, which I think is a great choice. Those outcasts are nasty.
Yeah, they're crazy, especially with that casting of a 7 on that. Anyway, the hereditary.
The hereditary is really good, and I think it's he took the 3 Gorgon unit. I still think that's overcosted. Like, I know they get cheaper when you add more bodies to them,
right?
But for 300, for essentially 400 points, you have a unit that isn't light troops and doesn't have a musician. So
okay,
I'm just not that excited about it.
Small and compact. He runs it 2 wide usually.
Okay.
1 behind, so it loses an attack that way. But
does it also lose the stare that way?
I don't know. You can shoot from 2 ranks. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I know the 3 Gorgons, the way he builds them with the halberds in the unit, have a decent shot of dropping my spider in 1 round of combat.
Yeah, you have to be in base contact with the model. So if he runs it too wide, he's losing his.
He's losing the 1 stare.
Yeah, it says each enemy unit in base contact with the model suffers 2 hits. Right. So he'd be losing 2 stares from that.
Yeah. Not a huge deal, but
no. I like Dread Knights. I also like the effigy. Oh, what happened? Okay.
Oh, did something happen?
I went black for a second, but that's cool.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, I think it's well rounded. I'm a little bit worried about how soft the adjudicators are.
Yeah.
Especially since round 1's flags. I'd be a little bit hesitant with that because all of your combat units have to fight. except for the Gorgons. So I guess you have one combat unit that doesn't have to fight in a flag scenario where, like, the last list we saw, Phil's Hydras can do a lot of the heavy lifting for going and hunting scoring units while he protects his auxiliaries.
Yeah, he has to, because those are all fragile units that Phil's running.
Right, exact. But he's backed up by 3 Hydras. So
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got my flame banner.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
So the 6 Dread Knights, yeah, he ends up with 5 scoring units in this thing, though, so it's not terrible.
Yeah, one comment on the Darko book too. Dread Knights, they hit like crazy, but them being res 3 is a big deal now. They take a lot of wounds. So
right. Yep. He only has 2 repeater batteries. Shooting's nowhere near as much. I've played against this army a few times. It's a nice list. I enjoy it. We'll see how he does. And let's see. Moving on, here's my first round opponent.
Oh joy.
Yeah, Josh A. All
right,
whatever.
so
D3 wounds, strength 5. Strength 5,
yeah.
D3 wounds,
Strength
strength
6.
6.
Strength 6, D3 wounds.
D3
He has the
wounds.
Holdstone. He then has a battle standard bearer with a 1-up. Looks like a breath weapon.
Breath weapon.
Isn't that Rune of the Forge?
No.
No, that's the Flame Ward. Sorry.
Right. So
he then gets stubborn. So you drop the Holdstone. You go stubborn.
I don't get the Rune of Shielding, the +1 ward. I guess that's for the first round of combat when you get your shield wall.
So shield wall isn't the first round of combat.
First round of combat, it's 1 better.
It's just 1 better. Yeah. So he'll always be a 5-up in combat.
Okay.
A 6-up if you snipe him though.
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to snipe him because he's going to be in one of those units.
It's just MR1.
What's that?
Just MR1.
No, I mean he's going to be in the. Oh, if you snipe him, sorry.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. You snipe him.
Snipe.
Hit him with some hastens.
Right.
Engineer. And then the engineer has a Wormslayer rocket, which I also like. The bolt thrower shot. He kind of like ruined him up, and I wouldn't have ruined him up personally.
Well, it's his general, so he's got to protect him a little bit, right?
Yeah, isn't it weird to see a dwarf king in the list and the engineer's the general?
It's very odd.
Like, this just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, fluff-wise, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
This way he can fight him and lose him. Yeah, he's the king, but he's not the general.
He also, the engineer's only list discipline 9, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does lose a point of discipline.
It's a good point. Those guys. Now the engineer entrenches makes it hard target, but that doesn't affect catapults, does it? What a shame.
It does.
It doesn't make it hard target. It gives them hard cover.
Hard cover on the organ gun.
Right. Well, probably. But again, that doesn't affect catapult shots.
Yeah. He also has that. He does have. He's gonna go wide. That engineer's gonna go wide in crossbow unit. And then he'll be able to reform to how he wants with that Rune of Readiness.
Yeah, and he's going to stick, but he's going to stick near the war machines. He's got to.
Yeah.
So
I like the copters. I personally don't like the triple block. I think it's too slow. That's just my opinion.
Right.
You can play dwarves that way. My problem with when I was playing dwarves, which I was doing this time last year, like you want to make these charges, but then you're movement 3.
Right. Yeah. 2d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 1 inch less than I am, so.
Yeah, well,
with my foot troops,
he doesn't have the WOG or whatever it's called now.
Right.
Yeah,
to help out.
Yeah.
Understood. Yeah, the organ gun, the rune-crafted organ gun terrifies me. The dwarf cannon doesn't make me feel very good. So, anyway.
Do you have a cowboy with a... Well, we'll talk about when we get to your list.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is, like, if you're going to take flaming shot, take it on one and not the other. Like, pick one.
So you have one to
because
deal
then
with
you have
stuff.
one to, like, deal with cowboys. So,
Agreed.
like, if I played this with, like, my vampire, he can just fly around all day long because he's got a 2 board save.
Correct. Whereas if you had one of each, you'd have to be careful.
Right.
One flaming, one not. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm going to bang my head on this one. We have another dwarf. This time his king is the general.
That's good. On a war throne. Strength 6, D3-1. Surprise, surprise.
It seems to be a thing, doesn't it?
Surprise, surprise.
He's on the war throne, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
18 inches.
Yeah. Thane, a naked Thane with a great weapon.
He gave a runesmith +1 attack, too.
He did. 3
like
battle runes.
The rune of lightning's like, staring him right there in the face, and he took the rune of fury. Same points. Huh.
Yeah. The weird one is, like I said, the Thane with a great weapon. That's it.
He has just javelin.
As far as what you purchase, I mean, I'm sure he comes with plate and shield, but
yeah. Huh.
then he's
got the standard of the anvil.
2 units of 10 warriors with shields. Okay.
We're on 2 different parts.
I'm sorry.
You've already moved on.
I've moved on. Saber through to swiftness.
Runic standard of the anvil. Where's that?
Where do you see this?
I just haven't seen it. With the bear's unit must reroll failed charge rolls. Oh, okay, so he wants to get stuck in, and then he can reroll his charge. Okay, that makes more sense. All right. I'm good. All right, then he has the big unit of... hand
weapon shield guys.
Yeah, with swiftness, so they're going to vanguard.
And they're just going to sit in somebody and plug somebody.
Yeah, and then...
He doesn't have a hold stone anywhere, though, does he?
No, that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Then the Deep Watcher there, but they can't vanguard, so... Interesting. And then he's got all these warrior guys, but they don't have throwing weapons, so they just kind of hang out.
Yeah. He's got 1 unit of crossbows, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
but he's got the 3 pieces of artillery.
He does have the parking lot there.
Right.
So
that's kind of rough.
Yeah, I see where he's going with it. Like, I just feel like his core points could have been utilized a little bit better.
He ends up with 6 scoring units.
It's a lot, but I mean, he's playing flags against.
Right. That's true.
On round 1 with a lot of just 10 dudes. So
10 dudes to pick up.
Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, I like seeing copters, like both dwarf players playing the double copter. I think that's strong. And I like how he did not take the flaming shot on both his organ gun and his cannon. I'm not really sure what that Thane with a great weapon is doing.
What's that? I don't either.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he's. I mean, maybe he shows all of his characters into the clan warriors, and that Thane goes and hangs out with the Deep Watch.
Maybe.
Because Deep Watch. No, I think the Kingsguard have the bodyguard, right? Yeah.
Kingsguard have the bodyguard. Yeah.
Oh no.
What are they called?
Deep Watch have bodyguard too.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. And it's not General King.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just to make him steadfast or stubborn. Yeah.
Right. And he's got, like I said, I like the dwarf catapult rune crafted to bring up the strength.
It's expensive for a catapult, but yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Well, it's a catapult that can't misfire. I mean,
yeah.
All it does is take a wound at best, at worst. So, nothing major there.
He has the Rune of Devouring, which will help protect his war machines too. He only has to eat 1 bad spell against them. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
And that Rune of Harnessing too is going to mess with people's magic, taking 1 dice away. 1 channel away, yeah.
Yeah, when I have 1 channel, that makes a difference.
Yep.
All right, let's go on into the Demon Legions.
Demonic Legions.
What do we got? Billy Smith, Harbinger of Chaos.
Look, we went from dwarves having their own magic items and names to demons having their own magic items and names. All right.
Succubi, Lemirs. I'm just kind of glancing through, see what we've got. Clawed Fiends. He's got a little bit of everything. I think he just picked 1 of each.
So the scary one's going to be those 10 sirens with 10 hammer hands. That's kind of worrying.
Correct. Because the mount and the rider get it.
Yeah,
Get
and
the
they also
extra.
just have like every rule. It's like Vanguard, hard target, distracting. And you give him Hammer Hand. Um, so that's a little bit worrying. With Magic, he took Div, so he has rerolls to hit there.
Right.
And he took another the Dark Pulpit. Interesting, and Witchcraft. Interesting choice.
Only Apprentice of Witchcraft, though.
Yeah,
It's just a
I
single
kind of
spell,
like.
right?
Yeah, I just always feel like if you're gonna take Witchcraft, you just need to take a Master. Like the spells are
Right.
the 5 and 6 are so
5 and
important.
6, the random movement one, so good.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Especially if you're playing like Sirens, so they can get a hold of them.
Right.
Um. And then he has his general though. Oh no, not his general. So not his general is tough 6 with Iron Husk and
Iron Husk.
the breath weapon. Doesn't that
Yeah.
look like too many points though? I think they only get 150
For what?
manifestations.
I don't know. I didn't check the list. I just copied them.
That looks like way too many points on his Harbinger because I think they only get 50 points, and he gave him 150 points, and he gave him Iron Husk, Withering Vapor, Hammer Hand, which is 40 points,
Dexterous Tentacles.
Dexterous Tentacles. I mean, unless they get 200, and I'm just an idiot. That's 195.
Do you have
Let me
the book
scroll down
open?
and check. Yeah, I do. It says manifestations of Father Chaos and those available to the general up to 150. And that looks like he has 195 points on that guy.
Okay.
Maybe some stuff goes on the other, like on the gen. Maybe Iron Husk goes on the general and just was a copy paste error.
Maybe. I don't know. The first guy is dirt cheap.
Yeah. Huh.
All right.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that
Slip
character
one,
right
slip
there
one
is.
by the judge. It's okay.
Yeah, he's slipping by the judge. Like we're using new recruit.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you gotta pass the judge.
Yeah, well, he already did, so he's good.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
So
It's different. He's not focusing on anything. He's all, like I said, it's kind of
right.
all over. It kind of looks like he wanted to play with everything.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So
Which
he does have the Mage Blight Gremlins, which I like in some matchups.
yeah, with the Venom Sacks too. The
Yeah.
Hope Harvester is also a solid piece. I wish because especially as demons because you get that extra channel pips.
Yeah, it'll probably sit in the middle of the imps.
Yeah, the Blazing Glory's good. It'll probably go in the lemurs, don't you think? With the unnatural roots on them.
Could be. I don't know. It might keep. I've seen people want to keep their shooting together. Oh, there's 2 Hope Harvesters. Never
No,
mind.
there's only one Hope Harvester.
I see
Oh
2.
no, there is 2. One with Chilling Yawn. Yeah, so the Chilling Yawn guy is probably gonna go in the probably in the Succubi. Maybe the imps, and then the other Hope Harvester will go with the lemurs.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking imps, but we'll see.
Well, the Chilling Yawn would make sense in the imps, but no, it wouldn't, because that's the leadership, not the charge distance, right? Not the agility, not the charge distance.
I just trust my opponent
Yeah,
to tell me the truth when he tells me what all this
agility.
nonsense does.
So he's gonna go. The Hope Harvester with Chilling Yawn will go in the Succubi. The regular Hope Harvester will go in the lemurs.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he's got 2 units of 5 hellhounds. I mean, that's fine. I'd like some clarity on the general there, or
Right.
not the not general harbinger.
The non-general.
The non-general harbinger.
Okay. Does a Dark Pulpit add anything to you? As far as points available?
Yeah, I checked that. I think it just makes you tall. Like it puts you on
Okay.
a. But I'll double check here. I'm scrolling. Dark Pulpit. Yeah, no, it's just harnessed. It gives you 4 strength 4, or strength 5, offensive 4 attacks. Gives you 5 health points
Okay.
and 1 extra
It gives
pip
you
of
an
armor.
extra point. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure after this somebody will double check this list.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Let me check the.
What are you checking?
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay. The other Demon Legions army, Andrea. It's got the
Okay.
Omen of Savar, Sentinel Nakuja.
Nice. Good
Wow.
pronunciation.
Talk about stripped. That guy's got nothing.
He's got a dark pulpit.
Yeah, that's it. All these abilities available to him, and he takes nothing.
You know,
Uh,
it's got.
Succubi. That's an expensive unit. 23 succubi, 571.
Yeah, you're -2 agility to fight those ladies, though.
Yeah, okay. Myrmidons. Only 13. 13. It's a weird number. Unless he's just looking balancing core.
Yeah, probably. And he has 5 brazen beasts.
Yeah,
those guys are obnoxious, but they're so squishy. Blowflies are also really good, but he doesn't have a lot of attacks in this army. It looks
right.
like.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, it's not. This is very.
It's really blocky for demons, which is interesting. Like usually you see just a ton of like MMU or MSU.
All right.
So the Sentinel, I think, starts as a Wizard Master, though. So I think he's running Double Master. Double check that.
14. He's got over 1,500 points in those 2 characters.
Yeah. That Sentinel probably just hangs out with the lemurs. The whole time.
That's a small unit to hang out with, though. Just you thinking it hangs in the back.
Yeah, so he does the Sentinel starts as a Wizard Master, so he gets 4 spells on Evo, and then if he doesn't march, he gets the whole, or charge, he gets the 2-to-1 Veil tokens to dice. So he's just feeding dice and div or Evo and div with all that magic.
Correct, with 2 masters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big magic army.
Yeah, that's solid. It's pretty blocky, but it's pretty good. I mean, he still has the 2 chaff there too. So
yeah,
and he has 4 scoring.
Jobadiah Christensen. Now,
right.
I played him in Ohio once. He was playing Sylvan Elves then, I think, though.
Oh, okay. Now he's on Empire.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6 characters. Oof.
Yep.
Adept on an engine, and an adept on with divination, and adept on pyromancy, just walking around.
Yeah, I kind of like that, especially when you look down at his artillery.
Well, yeah. Not only that, but I mean, you've got the, handgun, crossbow. The bubble up that +1 to wound is really ugly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always like the I think Book of Arcane Mastery in general is a little overpriced, but on something like that, where you're like, if I get this off the right turn, it's game over. I think it's worth it there. I know he's probably really tight on character points.
With 6 characters, you think so?
What? No, couldn't be.
That one guy's on a Great Griffin, though.
One guy, his general's on the Great Griffin. He looks pretty fighty. The BSB, again, okay, so I see this Inquisitor, right? And I get that Inquisitors are cool. I agree that Inquisitors are cool.
Okay.
He's 270 points, though. For that amount of points, you could have buffed up your prelate, made him the general, given him the Imperial Seal.
Imperial Seal?
Yeah. That gives you +3 armor and +1 discipline.
Right.
And you could have given the Wizard Adept of Pyro the Book of Arcane Mastery, and you could have tooled up your Marshal a bit, or at least given the Obsidian Rock, so you're MR4, not MR2.
Okay. Look in the notes, because I'm going to post Joe's email address for anyone who wants to send their list to him for approval after this.
What?
Nothing. When you're getting ready to head into the next tournament, just send your list to Joe and ask him for comments.
Why?
For improving this list.
Oh.
You're just I'm going to sell you out as a general list bumper.
What? Oh my god. We always get comments every time we do this. Sometimes we just go, yeah, it's cool. He's gonna do this, he's gonna do that, and then other times people are like, oh, I really wish you would actually review the list and not just No,
I'm fine. I'm just messing with you, Joe. Come on.
I know. I'm just
all right.
Do you actually have any comments?
Cannon, a mortar, Rocketeer, No
He's
tank.
got the 30 flagellants and the Imperial Guard. So he's got 3 big blocks. I like the
Right.
flagellants. I think they're a really cool, like sneaky good unit.
Hmm.
I mean, he's got a lot of shooting and a lot of really hard to shift blocks. So maybe I'm being picky about his characters. Um, I do like that he has the Great Griffin for 1 counter charge piece.
Hmm.
But he might get run over. If you have
Right.
enough chaff where you can kind of chaff the two of the blocks and you have enough to overwhelm 1 block, I think you could blow this out. But if you stall, if you do the Phil Blake waffle in the middle of the table, you're gonna get picked apart. So that would be my advice.
All right.
Don't Phil Blake waffle.
Don't just go or don't go.
Just go or don't go. Choose your destiny.
All right. Michael Anderson has another Empire list. Empire Sunstall. No, this is High Elves.
This
Sorry.
is a high elf list. What are you talking about?
Oh, hey. I thought there was another Empire.
Hey.
There's definitely one. This is out of order.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Sorry.
Thank you for that. I was like, a high prince? That doesn't make any sense.
It's a new unit. Potion of Strength on his Wizard Master. I love that. Sorry. It's crap, but I love it. High Prince General.
She's got the book. I love cosmology.
Kingslayer Halberd. Wow.
The High Prince doesn't really seem to make sense. Like, why are you going for the Kingslayer when the spear is just right there? I guess I don't think High Wardens of the Flame can take the spear, but
Okay.
that's why I wouldn't take a High Warden of the Flame though.
All right.
One choice only spear. Yeah, let me see. Double check the High Warden. Where is it?
Double Aether Icon.
Yeah, keep going.
So you got the rock in there? Yeah, the Obsidian Rock on the High Prince.
He just can't be equipped with a shield.
Okay.
So you could still take the spear on a High Warden of the Flame. Yeah.
All right. Seaguard with the Rending Banner.
Yeah. And he's got Flame Wardens with the Rending Banner.
10 Lancers. I actually like that unit. You don't like that?
No.
No?
No, I don't like that unit.
It's 460 points, I guess, but I still
Yeah.
kind of like that unit.
I mean, it's a lot of points for
He doesn't have a
not
champ
that
in it.
scary of a cavalry unit.
I would like to see
Yeah.
a champ in that unit for 10 points now.
Mm-hmm.
Reavers with bows, Lion Guard.
I just don't like Lion Guard. Like it's
They're fine until you
644
run into
points.
Prairie.
Exactly. If you run into Parry, like it's 644 points for dudes that hit on 4s.
Right.
Like if they get into the right thing, they're awesome.
Yep.
But man, and Flame Wardens are just so much tougher.
And they don't have the Becalming's the one that takes a channel from you, right?
Yeah, so the Lion Guard have it. The Phoenix Guard get the.
Yeah, but what's the other banner that makes you distracting on the first round?
The Navigator banner. That's
what I'm used to seeing in Line Guard.
Yes, well, it's the Lion Guard and also in Sea Guard.
Right.
Yeah, the Navigator's banner is really good.
Flame
I do
Wardens,
like the double Frost Phoenix. Like I think that's cool.
Yep.
You don't see that anymore. But yeah. I think it's a little too. It's not like you don't have enough elven bodies in like those Lion Guard or the Flame Wardens to make or Sea Guard to make them really scary, and you have too many bodies in that Lancer unit, so it's kind of getting pulled. I also don't think this has nearly enough shooting for an elf list.
Sea Guard, no bolt throwers,
just 20 Sea Guard and 5 Elan Reavers.
Yeah, that's really light shooting.
Like for the overwhelming amount of firepower. Yeah. The overwhelming amount of firepower you can bring as a high elf, and like I don't think you have to take it, but I think it works really well together.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're taking one piece, which is the Sea Guard, like you might as well just help flesh it out. Or if you don't want to take the shooting and you want to play like the shove hammer with the Phoenixes and a really fast and aggressive army, then go in on that. Not kind of, one toe in, one toe out. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. All right. Now we're back to the Empire Stall. This guy's got a wizard on a Great Griffin.
All right, that's cool.
And a general on a Great Griffin.
Like that.
With a hammer of witches.
Hammer of bitches.
Standard bearer on foot. And an artificer on a horse with a repeater. A couple of those guys. A couple of those small units.
I like Div on the master on Div. I think that's cool.
Wow, 21
I like the
biggest
artificer
unit.
horse. Yeah, he's got 6 Knights of the Sun Griffin with the banner.
That's a big unit. Yeah.
Yeah, also a cool unit. The volley gun, the steam tech. He has an Imperial Giant.
There's one. All right.
There it is. He's
There's
a big fan of Suna. Yeah, he is. I love
and he's the big brother giant as well.
Yeah, so he gets that whole chariot base.
Wow.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm impressed because somebody took the giant.
Somebody took the giant. I love the giant.
I mean, there may be more later on, but
I wish every tournament let us play with the giants.
Right. Well, I told you I was considering running a tournament where you had to take 1 or 2 giants.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. All right, the big fan of Suna. He gains battle focus, fearless, and fanatical. Yeah, he does.
Fanatical.
That's a flagellant rule. Yeah.
So even if you kill him, he gets to attack?
Yes, and he's unbreakable.
How many attacks do you get?
No. Sorry, wait.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, no, wait, that was Zealots. I was reading the right one. Yeah, he gets to attack at initiative 0.
Okay.
He doesn't get removed. That's it.
Yeah, but how many attacks does he get?
The Imperial Giant?
Yeah.
He's a giant. He has 5 attacks.
When you kill him...
I think he gets all of his attacks.
All of his attacks?
He doesn't... When a model with Fanatical is killed by a melee attack during any initiative step, it is fighting. Remove it as a casualty only at the end of initiative step 0. So he's not unbreakable, but he is...
So, wait a minute.
He is...
He's going to get one turn with 13 attacks, no matter what. Unless he gets shot down, I guess.
12 attacks.
Unless he gets shot. Well, the Big Brother gives you...
Oh, you're right.
7.
Big Brother gives you...
The 8
No,
extra
it gives
wounds.
you 8. The 8
Right.
extra wounds. You get
8 and the 5 is 13.
But why would you not take a giant club then so you have 8, 13
But you can't,
strength, 6
because the big fan is probably either or.
No! Oh, you're right. One choice only.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that is amazing, though.
13 strength 5 attacks one time, almost guaranteed, unless you get shot off. I like that.
Phenomenal giant.
Good choice.
I love that giant.
All right.
Well done, Chris. And then he's got a bunch of chaff. He's got I like the irregulars. He's got a ton of shooting. A lot of small arms fire. So that's good. And then the div takes out the monster. So I like this list a lot. I'm not convinced on the wizard on the Great Griffin. But I guess you want to.
Death Cheater.
It does have Death Cheater, but that's one alchemy spell takes him out.
Right.
So I mean, I'm willing to be proven wrong. Like I can see how with Div you'd want to kind of be able to bounce around to the places you'd want to kind of support.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you could do that with a cavalry model, bounce between units or hide behind things like your steam tank, your Imperial Giant, your Knights of the Sun Griffin. So overall, though, I like the list. I love the Giant.
I love that Giant. All right. Brian Hulley's playing his Empire.
Brian Hulley's playing his Hobbits.
Halfling Empire.
All right. So he's got a lot of Inquisitors, too.
He's got a Master in Cosmology on Arcane Engine. 2 Inquisitors.
2 Inquisitors. He's got a Prelate.
1 on a horse, 1 on foot. One's got a Cowboy with Dragonfire Gem.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, Prelate. His
He's got
General's
a
a great
Prelate
weapon.
with the Imperial Seal.
Imperial Seal, like you were talking about.
Yep.
Double Ether Icon on the Marshal, Standard Bearer, but that's the only magic he's got. Maybe he's pushed, maybe he's...
Well, he has the
stretched.
Arcane Engine.
Right.
So that gives you Perception of Strength, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So he does have a bounce spell. And then the Prelate, of course, has his bounce spells, too.
Right.
So he's got a ton of spells.
He's got a ton of stuff to choose
Ton
from.
of spells. Yeah. Does he have an Obsidian Rock on any of his characters?
I didn't see one.
Hey, I've seen this a few times where you're taking the double ether icon on your BSB and that's it. Like, just toss that rock on him.
Yeah, and
Make
go
him
for it.
MR4.
Yeah.
Like MR2
He's
means
got
I have
the room
to throw
for
like,
it. I don't know if he
one
has.
extra, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where he sits on points, but he's got the room for it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean, just
MR4 is at least probably 2 extra dice.
2 extra dice. MR2 is 1 extra dice. MR4 is 2 extra dice for 45 points anytime you want to cast into that guy's unit.
Right. Anyway.
So, I also like how many riders he has. That's a lot of shooting.
Oh no! Look
Oh,
up
he
the
has
giant.
an Imperial Giant too.
Giant. Look at the giant. What does the giant repeater do?
Well, the Giant Repeater is a volley gun, Mr. Waldorf.
Oh, no,
24
it's not.
inches. Strength shots 3d6 times 2. Strength 4, AP 4.
Oh, okay, it's 1 down from the volley gun.
It's got a huge, just Gatling gun on his shoulder.
It's another impressive giant.
I love the Imperial Giants.
One huge block of 45. Everything else is small.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about him
like
being
the
able
10
to
riders.
like I feel like
Oh wait, 10 riders. I do like this a little bit.
Yeah, with
it's
the
the repeater guns.
Yeah, I actually like that too, especially with Cosmo with the plus
Right.
1 to hit. But I will say I'm a little bit worried he might just get run over. If somebody's got a lot of threats, they're just going to shove on him.
Right.
Because he only has 2 blocks that can fight.
And his giant is not a big fan of Suna.
He is not a big fan of Suna.
Ugh.
That's a lot of shots, though.
It is. All right. Nice list, Brian. Good luck. Oh, never mind. Let's just skip this. Phil
Why do you
Carl.
hate him so much?
I don't know.
I was going to say, I don't, but he just says, I don't know.
It became the thing to do at some point, and
Man. It's the dwarves. He was the original dwarf.
Yes, I'm
In the
old and stubborn, and I
Mid-Atlantic.
can't break out of it.
Yeah. All right, so
Master on a horse.
okay, so I played against this list, and it's
Did
a
you?
good list. Yeah. I played him at Mount
Phil has
Magna.
good lists.
He does have good lists. The only like it's solid. It just when it gets countered, it goes down hard.
Mhm.
But like it's very big. It's very fighty. It's very Phil.
It's very
the
fast.
It's very fast. The steam tank is a great anvil piece. And I think Phil would be the first one to tell you too. Like those Knights of the Sun Griffin, just let them down all the time. Like
Right.
Knights of the Sun Griffin just don't do what they're supposed to do.
Right. Brandon,
It's not good
Brandon
anymore.
refuses to take them anymore.
Because he lost his Knights of the Sun Griffin to 5 centaurs in one of our like CGL tournaments.
Did he?
5, yeah, I 5 centaur charged his Knights of the Sun Griffin, and they just took him off. Like it's unbelievable.
Steam tank.
so, like-
Cav.
Like that's the only thing I'm worried about when I look at his list is like that's 810 points. I wonder if he could be using it somewhere else for better effect, like maybe giving an arcane engine in there to give his cavalry distracting, maybe taking some more like unbreakable stuff like flagellants, maybe a big fan of Suna. If that becomes like legit and you can take it all the time, like I'm all about that, and especially since Phil will model a really cool piece for it. Like I wonder if you could be getting more out of his Knights of the Sun Griffin. Those points. Now they are his 3rd and 4th scoring units, so
Right.
maybe I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth here. But I just feel like the Knights of the Sun Griffin are just such a bad piece right now, and I don't know what the answer is to fix it.
Okay. Yeah. It's Phil.
Because
Phil
like in
Phil's a good player. He's got good
in-
lists.
like in
He's gonna
flags,
be
you're
there.
just gonna ignore those big cavalry box and try and pick up those Knights of the Sun Griffin,
Right.
and then run away. So
Then run away.
yeah, I mean you don't want to fight those big units.
Yeah, I don't know that you can get away from him. Depends on like I said, he's a good player as well. So
Yeah.
he'll keep him. He'll keep him around. Now we're back to the High Elves again. I think we're
Wow.
where we're supposed to be on High Elves.
Okay.
It should be
all
after
right.
Empire of Zonstall. not
Things that
before.
jump out at me: triple
Hey.
Lion Chariot, awesome.
Yeah, 2 Sky Sloops.
2 Reaver Chariots and 2 Sky Sloops.
Yep.
Okay. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's a unit of 2.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
One chaff.
I'm not as big a
So
fan of that. I like the two separate, but
yeah. Okay.
that's
He's
just
got
picky. I'm just
the
being
Master
picky.
on Cosmo with the Binding Scroll, solid. Um, I like the Obsidian Rock on the Ancient Dragon, and then you still put the Aether icons on your Cannering Tower guy. Like, cool. Like that's fine. Um, I'm always curious about putting Hero's Heart on a Dragon model. I just always feel like just giving like chucking a Great Weapon on him for 10
Right.
points is the better play, especially when like the difference in points gives you another Binding Scroll.
Hmm.
Um, just a thought. Like I don't have a good answer on that. If I were playing this though, I'd be like, well, the Ancient Dragon does all the work anyway,
Right.
right? Like I can see why Dark Elf players would take like something like the Hero's Heart because you get your Dark Elf gets +1 to wound, so your Strength 5 AP3 with +1 to wound.
Right.
Um, so like I like that on a Dread Elf, but like for a High Prince, just give him a Great Weapon, take another Binding Scroll so he sticks around, right?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. Now I think the Chariot parking lot is cool.
He's
However,
got 5 chariots.
I am worried that he has 4 scoring units. 3 of them have no save. 1 of them has a 5-up save.
Right.
So like, I think he's going to really struggle in objectives.
Correct. Hold the center is a problem.
Flags is going to be a problem. And I
Which
think
one
we're
of
playing
those units is going to hold
too,
a center?
right? Yeah, we're also playing secure,
Or
right?
secure?
So,
But that's the last turn, so that you can jump into it's the last turn, but you can't with the hold the center.
right. Yeah. But
And
so I think he's
flags.
really going to struggle in flags.
2 out of 3 of the scenarios, I think he's got problems.
Right. But I like the concept. I
Yeah.
think it's fun. I think it's different, and I like to see that. So
Yeah.
overall, great job. I would swap the Hero's Heart for a Binding Scroll and a Great Weapon, and I'd probably work on some core.
Actually, that's more expensive. Binding Scroll and a Great Weapon are going to be above a Hero's Heart, aren't they?
Well, he's paying for the paired weapons too.
Ah, good point.
Let's I got the book
Okay.
open right here. High Prince, a Great Weapon's 10 points. Yeah, so 10 points plus a Binding Scroll, 65. Paired weapons and Hero's Heart are also 65 points.
Okay, so it's a straight swap.
Straight swap.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, nice list.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Another High Elf.
All right, so we have the Lion Chariot Prince is back. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
It's been a while.
This one looks pretty good with the Diadem of Protection, so it's the 4-up.
Mm-hmm.
The Great Weapon, excuse me, sorry. With Blessed Inscription, so here's a rerolled multi-wound 2 against big stuff. Again, we see a double Aether Icon BSB with no other equipment. Oh, he's got the Essence of Mithril, so he can still afford to put an Obsidian Rock on him.
On the commander?
On the commander, yeah.
Right.
And he's just got a naked Cosmology Wizard.
Okay.
All right,
Big
so
block of spears, 35. That's a huge block
that's a
of spears.
huge block of spears, and then 20 other spears. He has a unit of chaff.
With a Legion standard to get a
Yeah,
plus one, right?
Yeah, why are we taking 10 archers here when we could take 5 more chaff?
Oh, 5 more reavers.
Yeah, not really a fan of the archers. I guess he needs a place for. Oh, he needs a place for his mage to go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
24
okay.
sword masters. Holy crap! Oh god, I don't like to see that.
Yeah, I like the Stalker standard on the Knights of Rima. Like if you're gonna play 10 elite cavalry, like there's nothing worse than rolling ones.
Right, losing 3 of them running through a forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil Carl
like
had
that.
one of his big units too.
Yeah, that's a great play.
2 reapers.
And then the 1 Frost Phoenix. Okay.
Yep. And a giant eagle.
You got it. How many eagles do we have to kill?
I don't know, but
Peter gets involved.
I think that's the only eagle in the thing so far. I didn't see any in the other list, were there?
There was one. Yeah.
Was there? Okay.
All right, 24 Swordmasters. All right, so I guess the BSP is probably going to go in the Swordmasters for the MR3 at least.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
I think it's fine. I'm just worried about a 545-point special unit.
Well,
that's tough to shoot.
That runs up over 1,000 if you're going to put the BSB in it.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that unit. I'm curious to see how 35 spears do.
Again, that's a monster block.
It's a monstrous block.
Yep. All right, and now we're going to start with the filth.
Oh. Oh, gross.
Infernal Dwarves. Infernal Bastion. That's the firing platform, right?
Yeah. Nezabekesh.
The bull.
All right, let's see here. Characters. Nezabekesh. Oh, he's the engineer. That's annoying.
Okay.
For that rocket battery and the Titan mortar.
But he's got to be in a unit.
Yeah, he's gonna the engineer 3 up.
He's probably going to go with the 22 Infernal Warriors with
6
blunderbusses,
inches,
right?
Yeah, he is, and he's gonna stand 6 inches next to that infernal artillery rocket battery.
Is it 6 inches from him or his unit?
From him, but he's on that giant bastion.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3
that
20.
BSB is sneakily fighty.
Paired weapons, Hero's Heart. Well, anytime you put paired weapons in Hero's Heart,
yeah,
those strength 5 AP3 attacks add up.
Battle focus and fear.
Right. Turok Anointed. Oh, the big ones. Okay.
He's got the big ones. I don't know why he's taking why bother with the Legion standard? A double Legion standard. That doesn't make any sense.
With only 22 guys?
Yeah. Oh, I guess because that Bastion takes
yeah. It's a big chunk.
15 dudes probably. It's probably a 60 by 100.
60. It's definitely 60. I know that.
Yeah, 60 by 100, so that takes up 15 dudes. Okay. I guess I see that now.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, now
Where's
that I
the
looked
second
at
one
it.
going, though?
What?
Do Legion standards stack?
I think so.
Okay.
Let me find out. Maybe not.
I didn't think they did, but...
A unit with 1 Legion standard increases the maximum of its rank bonus by +1. Yeah, a unit with 2 or more Legion standards increases the maximum rank bonus by +2.
Okay, so he's gonna be +2 with that big
So
unit.
he'll be 2 banners, 5 ranks.
+5. Yep.
Yeah, plus
5
7.
combat res. Oof.
+7 combat res.
Yeah.
Because you have double banner in there too. Yeah.
Rocket battery. I
Bunch of
don't like the
levies.
Kadem walking earthquake.
No, I don't either.
I think you put a monster and put a weapon on it. It's kind of a waste. This is coming from me, who was running the spider with it.
Yeah, I think the hammers are better on the Infernal Engine 2 than a Titan mortar, but that's just me.
You think the what? Oh, the
I
hammer.
think the hammers are better. Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to shoot, though, it looks like.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of shots. He's got 60 bow shots, 22 blunderbuss, and then 3 artillery. It's a lot of shooting.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot of shooting.
And this is another list we can ignore and move on. Simon.
He's running pretty much the same list, yeah.
He's got the Book of Arcane Mastery, though.
Yeah, on alchemy.
Prophet of Lugar, Binding Scroll, Battle Seal,
Blessed Icon of Zalmum Takesh. But yeah, he's basically running the same list, man.
It's close. He's got the flintlock axes.
He's got
a big blunderbuss.
He's got some incarnates instead.
So I guess he's got his choice of where that Infernal Bastion goes.
Yeah.
Either of those units, it bumps up big.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But it just looks like the same list to me.
Turok Anointed again. Oh, the big ones again, not the little ones.
They're pretty cheap, man.
Yeah. 100 points a pop. Citizen Giant with a tower shield. Okay. That's a 3-up armor from shooting. Right?
Oh, the armor penetration of special attacks against the model's unit is set to 0 during the melee phase. Okay. So any of your special attacks are AP 0 against the BSB's unit.
From the
Blessed Icon of Zalaman Takesh.
Okay. Yeah, they used to have something. Remember way back they had something that have the strength of all the...
Yeah, it was the Immortals today. Yeah.
Okay.
Then he's got the Naphtha thrower instead of the rocket battery.
Naphtha thrower's good though.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
No. But yeah, it's another stand you, shoot you, countercharge you list.
Yep. Shoot you, and then when you get close to him, clean up what's left.
Yeah, push up to the mid table. Excuse me. He does have to walk forward first for his short range stuff, but then he's like, oh, you want to come get me? And then you have to go through my Incarnates, my Giant, my Anointed, a zoning threat. So it's a solid list. It's fine.
It is. It's Simon, but he'll give you a hug after the game.
Yep.
Now we're moving on to the Orcs and Goblins.
The Orcs and Goblins.
Ryan Stottle's back to his roots. That makes me happy.
Well, is he allowed to be an Orc player after playing Dwarfs for so long?
He really shouldn't, but I guess.
Okay. So he's got the Goblin King on the Gargantua, the one you always see. Paired weapons with Shieldbreaker, Dragon Staff, Obsidian Rod.
To give him the armor piercing because the spider struggles against armor.
Right. Excuse me.
So that makes up for that. 5 attacks. 5 attacks with AP 10.
Right.
Ends your armor problems.
Yeah. You're only strength 4, so you struggle with wounding a bit, but...
Yeah. Dragon Staff, Obsidian Rock, so you can't just peg him away all day long without spending dice.
Right. He's on the hunt. He's then got a Huntsman Spider with what's that? A 2-up rerollable?
Duskford Shield, heavy armor. Yes, I think so. And flameproof.
2 flame. Well, he's a 3-up instead of 2-up. Yeah. Then he's got 5 attacks, strength 5, AP 3. I actually like that dude a lot.
It's a good build,
For
and the Troll Whale Flask gives him
points,
another strength 5, AP 10.
385 is like perfect for that piece. That's a solid piece. Then he's got the Shaman with double Binding Scroll. And then he's got the Witch Doctor Adept on Thaum. Huh. Why would you not Stottle? Why didn't you... Does he have the room? He might not have points for it. Let me double check that.
What are you looking for?
The Skull Fetish.
Oh, yeah. I know, you love that.
Such a great item.
It is. It's a nice item.
He could have dropped the Dragon Staff and popped the Skull Fetish on his Orc Shaman and moved a Binding Scroll to the Witch Doctor. That's what I would have done, but...
yeah. 31 Feral Orcs, not Ed Bashers.
Not Ed Bashers. He does have Spears and the Green Tide.
Instead of the Green Tide. Those better be modeled with Spears, Ryan.
20 Common Orcs with Discipline, so we know where his characters are going.
Yeah, there's a good answer.
30 Cave Goblins with Mad Gits.
So they're going to run up to you and launch their Gits.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring units. One of them's 15 Iron Orcs.
Right.
And then
that's such a nice... That 15-man Iron Orc unit is such a nice unit.
Especially now the musicians are only 10 points.
Right.
Even better. 5 Goblin Raiders, 3
with nothing
Grots.
naked. Look at that. Pure chaff.
Pure chaff. 2
Grotling.
Scrap Whack-Hounds. And then he has Triple Catapult and the Great Green Idol. Yeah, I think that's cool with the 2 monsters running around. The Huntsman
2
Spiders.
catapults and a Git launcher.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, it's close. The Git launcher, I thought about that one. The Git launcher is really nice.
It's
super
accurate.
It's a good cav target.
Yeah, it's solid.
Negates tack cav.
Solid
And
piece.
a green idol.
And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 chaff, so that's good too.
Yep.
I like this list a lot.
Yeah, I know Ryan. Those 5 raiders are going to be gone in the first turn because he likes to park them in front of you and then just march up.
Right. Oh, this time though, with all these points invested in shooting, that at least gives you some time. He gives them some time to,
right,
let you get into them, so you can soften them up.
All right, Adam. I don't know Adam Formento.
I don't either.
Iron Orc Warlord. Oof.
We don't see those very
That's
much.
pricey.
He has 2 of them.
No, the other one's feral.
Oh,
Next
it is
one
feral.
down's
Yeah, it's feral. I see it. Yeah.
Iron Orcs are pricey.
Double
whatever.
Orc Warlord. I was like, oh, that's exciting.
This looks like my build, except for the fact he's an Iron Orc. And he's got Death Cheater instead of... I've been taking Tuck Tex lately.
Oh, the tuk-tuk.
Tuck Tex. Another feral
Witchcraft. I
orc.
like witchcraft. Witchcraft guy
Omen
with
of
6 spells.
okay. Omen of the Orcpocalypse
Yeah.
on a feral orc with battle focus gets nasty,
Yeah, that's scary.
and he's got the Pana Protection pension, so he's not spending a lot in defense. He's taking yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. And he's got the
Solid.
Obsidian Rock for MR2, and he adds that to whatever MR you have.
Yep.
Yeah, that's That's a lot of that's interesting.
That's cool.
I like that build a lot. And a BSB with the Crown of the Battle Cavern Kings with a big range. Okay.
Oh, 20
Orc
goblins to
Ed
protect
Bashers.
his BSB. He's got 28 Ed Bashers with spears.
I was running that for a long time. It's a nice unit.
It is a nice unit. It's 9 boar riders.
But no champ in there.
No champ. Oh, no, there's a champ. Oh, there's no champ in the Ed
Ed
Bashers.
Bashers.
Yeah, I would like
odd.
to see a champ in there just for that guaranteed 4.
Yeah, so that stupid ancient dragon comes in, and you can at least also pass on it for a
You
turn.
can pass on it, and then you can bring the apocalypse in.
9 boar riders. That's a big unit for standard boar riders, but they do have lances.
They're going to have those 2 characters in them, too.
Yeah, which makes them a good unit. Goblins, creepers. 22 iron orcs. Oh, a big unit iron orcs.
Yep.
Mykonox. Oh, because he's got Mykonox totem with him. Okay. Bridge trolls. -1 to hit. Nice. 2 wrecking teams. Wrecking teams just gets rid of a unit of chaff, or if they don't get shot off, you end up having to protect them from magic.
But I guess it's to clear the way for his apocalypse to come in and just smash people in the face.
No, it's not. It's not bad. I just didn't have much luck with them.
Yeah.
So catapults. Okay. 2 catapults. Nice list.
It's
no
fine,
spider.
Yeah, 3 scary stuff and some annoying stuff. So that looks good.
Chris McDonald.
More.
There's another Forest Goblin King with paired weapons and shield breaker. I think he stole that guy from Ryan.
Stole. Maybe it's the same Goblin King.
I think Ryan stole it from him since Ryan's a filthy dwarf player now.
That's it.
Shaman as his general. The crown of autocracy.
Ooh, that's scary. Especially since you gave him paired weapons because you're expecting him to fight.
Where's he going?
Probably in the 24 Orc Ed Bashers.
No, he can't go there. That unit has to fight.
But he gave him paired weapons.
Yeah, you give him paired weapons. Paired weapons is dirt cheap. Paired weapons in Hero's Heart. Oh,
that's what I mean. He's going in the Ed Bashers.
What are you doing? Well, he's shamanism, so he's going to be a 5 up to wound.
Doesn't matter. When I see a 985 point Orc general, everything is going into him.
Correct.
He doesn't have any MR either to protect him.
So he's going to be sniped to death. He does have a 5 up ward.
Yeah.
Okay. 39 cave goblins with a legion standard. Oh, I don't like that. Spear and shield. Not a big fan of that.
No.
All right. Now watch. I'll end up playing him round 2 and he'll roll me.
You just wreck you. Yeah, he does have the double splatter.
Ooh, I love the mounted Ed Bashers.
PSP.
Come on,
Yeah.
stop. I love the
man.
mounted Ed Bashers.
I love mounted Ed Bashers.
But he didn't give him lances.
I don't like that he didn't give him lances.
I mean, it's 3 points a model. It actually costs more to give a common orc,
Yeah.
a non-Ed Basher.
Look,
point
you
cheaper.
have to give the dude, you got to pay for it because
Whatever.
he's not used to using that stick.
I don't like the Raiders.
That's a lot of points.
Well, I don't mind. I think the Raiders are fine. They don't have a problem. I don't like one having light lances and the other not.
Probably had 5 points left over.
But yeah, I know. But I mean, as long as they're marked well. 2 splatters. He paid for the Orc Overseer. It lets him shoot over, which is good.
He's tall, man. Like I think that's a solid upgrade.
It actually gives you large.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, BSB and a giant with giant club. You can't beat an orc giant with a giant club.
Yeah, just strength 7 on.
I don't care. Run in as strength 7. Let him hit you a few times.
You also swift stride giants for that really important round. Yeah.
Yep. +1 move and swift stride. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like his list, except a couple units I'm not a big fan of. But again,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
I said, you gotta
I
roll.
like the premise of it. I tweak the characters around a bit, but
Yeah. I've always enjoyed playing Chris, so when he rolls me, it'll be fun.
Yep. Yep.
Daniel Rupert's playing Orcs and Goblins.
What's Goblin?
General with another Orc Shaman General.
Why would you
8.
pay for the Oh, he's not a feral orc. Okay.
Yeah, leadership 8. Yeah, why not make him a feral and not pay for the destinies? I guess you get a 4 up from the destinies. Obsidian Rock, Rod of Battle.
Yeah, he's
okay.
BSB with the Crown of the Cavern King.
I don't like the leadership 8 army, but
it's dicey.
He's going to go in with the common orcs where he's got a banner of discipline with him, I'm sure, though. So
yeah, he's got the Iron Orc Warlord too and the Warboar.
Yeah. That's just a big cowboy. A cowboy needs a a Dragonfire gem.
No, he's got the Death Cheater. That's why.
Okay.
Good point. But I think you're right though that the 1-up rerollable and a Dragonbane gem is a much better cowboy than the Death Cheater.
Right.
But he put the Dust Forge on his Goblin King, the spider guy.
Okay, there it is.
So I guess if you take I guess what we're getting at is if you're gonna take the Huntsman Spider Cowboy, then don't take the Iron Orc Warlord Cowboy.
I never liked an Iron Orc Warlord Cowboy though.
No,
again, Iron Orc Warlords are so expensive.
Because especially you could go with the Feral Orc Cowboy, get the built-in ward save, and then you get like paired weapons and battle focus, and just go ham on something.
You can't run. You can't flee from a charge if you're an Iron Orc. So why not just go Feral?
Just go Feral and just go ham on somebody with battle focus.
A huge unit of orcs. I like to see a unit of 48 orcs.
Okay.
I don't think it's very good, but I like to see it.
It's got 45 cave goblins, 15 Iron Orcs. Needed that third scoring, so we threw some Iron Orcs in.
Well, that's a nice unit.
No musician though. Went champ standard.
Yeah, I would go musician over champ standard, but
yeah.
Whatever. 2 wolf chariots. Okay, he's 1 short, but okay. 1 piece of chaff.
Yeah, this is probably my least favorite orc list so far.
Yeah, well, you got one more coming up that's gonna make me. It'll give you your worst one. All right, and there we go. Look at this.
All right, let's tear it apart.
Yeah, abuse it. Go ahead.
All right, let's see.
Now I swapped out. The shaman used to have the obsidian rock, but I swapped it out for the Dragonfire gem.
Yeah, that's like the first thing that jumps out is you don't have the obsidian rock, and you're especially since you're playing a cav bus. Like I feel like cav more than infantry need that rock because there's so many spells that hurt them. But okay.
Anyway.
Shady Shank.
All 3 feral orcs are all the characters. That's my standard general. He's going to be that way forever. The only thing different that changes is his armor.
Right. That's fine.
Tough 6 I've been find has been really handy, and especially if you throw the Awaken the Beast and bump the toughness on that unit.
Yeah,
it's even funner.
I'd probably swap potion. I'd drop Potion of Swiftness.
No, I'll never drop that. If I get
Dragonfire,
I can get charged because I can't tell you how many times I've been charged by a unit of cav.
Oh, and then you just slaughter them.
Pop the Potion of Swiftness and just slaughter 3 or 4 of them before they go.
Yeah.
Makes Joey's
You just need
sad.
You need MR4 on that Ed Basher unit.
The mounted Ed Bashers.
You just need MR4.
Yeah.
Like I would give
that means I got to put my BSB back in that unit though.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. You did that for a while, but then I just got tired of having all 3 characters in one unit.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right, that's fine.
It's more important. It's more important to have style than to win.
That's right. Style. Style, he says. You're running 28 Ed Bashers with paired weapons. Interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
How have you been finding that 742 point unit?
I just switched to it from the common orcs.
Oh.
I was running common orcs with spears, and I went to this one because with paired weapons they go up to weapon skill 5.
That's solid. What did they go to agility 2 as well when they charge?
They go to agility 3 when
they go to agility
just
3
like
when
every
they
other
charge.
orc. Yeah. Anyway, and they bring in battle focus. I like the mammoth stabber for the D3 auto hits.
The stabber's fine.
Anyway,
5 boar riders to score, 8
Yep.
raiders to chaff in core, 8 Ed Bashers to deliver your characters, 3 Goblin Wolf Chariots.
Give them something to charge out of.
Yeah.
The 3 chariots are awesome in zoning. People don't want to get anywhere near that.
No.
And
especially with all these dread elves that are running around.
Yeah, if somebody sneaks a unit of whatever they are, the execution, the adjudicators now, or even the elven swordsmen, whatever they are, swordmasters. I'll hurl those 3 chariots into them and just lose the chariots. I don't care. I'm doing 3d6 plus 3 to you.
Exactly.
That are wounding on 2s and you don't have a save.
I'm great with that unit. I love wolf chariots.
And then the unit of iron orcs. I had the extra 10 points, so it went to put a champion in there.
Why'd you take the extra unit of raiders if you took one in core?
I like having 2 units of chaff.
Yeah, I mean, you could have taken like a thingy, a cart, a scrappling cart, or whatever they are.
It's uncontrollable. That's the problem. Is it goes whatever it goes. You can't control where it ends up. Is my reasoning behind it? If you're asking, that's my reasoning.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, that's the. Anyway.
You could have also taken one goblin. You could have taken one wolf chariot, right, for that many points.
Could have, yes, but I also like
them more.
I like the Goblin Raiders because they can get where they want to be. They need to be. They're also scouts, so the opponent has to at least consider that when they're deploying.
Right.
They're scout with Vanguard, so I can cover a flank with them, just keep scouts away from me, and then Vanguard back into my line. Anyway,
they're fine.
It's got a few uses.
You have triple catapult.
Triple catapult. No bullies.
That's surprising me that you want to pay for the bullies to make them large.
60 points.
That's a lot of points.
60 points. Where am I going to get 60 points from this list? I got to drop a chariot.
We just talked about 5 Goblin Raiders.
I didn't hear you. What were you saying?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I actually like the Gargantua with the web launcher.
Yeah.
Because you play Aquitaine and deploy on the back line, right? like you taking a nice zoning piece that can also shoot, so you don't do the weird waffle with it. I think is a great choice for you.
Yeah, for me,
so you have 4 catapults. You have 4 catapults. I think you were expecting a lot more Dread Elf players, like I
really was. I have to sell you. I was really expecting a lot of Dread Elf players.
Well, see, I have enough Dread Elves too that I could have also played Dread Elves.
Right.
Along with Phil Blake took my army, but I was like, dude, there's gonna be so many Dread Elf players. I'll mix it up and take this VC army that I got. So,
yep.
Okay, that's a fine list. Owen Whalen returns.
He's back, yes.
All right, he's got the General, Shamanism, Essence of Mithril, Great Weapon, Liger's Tongue, Crown of Autocracy, Troll Leader.
925 points right there. If you kill him.
Yeah, now, he's a 2-up, 4-up. That's pretty good.
He's survivable. And he's got Shamanism, so 5 up to wound him.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I'll say that. I don't hate it. He's also got Liger's Tongue, so you lose an attack against him if you're fighting him.
Correct.
So I don't hate that.
I don't either. I like it.
Yeah. Then he's got the Con with the Skull. The Terror Proof is a great pick there.
Right.
Destiny's Call,
considering your army's a Leadership 8 army, you need that.
It's Leadership 9 now with the Shaman.
Oh, because he took the crown. Sorry.
Yeah, he took the crown. Mm-hmm. And he's got a Hunter with a Great Weapon. Interesting. Okay.
Lightning Vambraces. I haven't seen those in a long time.
Somebody else took. I think one of the Orc Bears took it too on their Goblin.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. I don't love the Hunter, but I'm sure he has a reason for it. Just to be annoying, I guess.
The Hunting Spear is annoying as hell.
Yeah, the Hunting Spear he's got the Great Weapon. It's one of your fastest models. I don't really see the point of putting a Great Weapon on it, but okay.
As far as agility goes.
I say that, and then I built an Ogre list for Brandon and put Great Weapons.
A Great Weapon on.
I mean, strength 7 on a single model is just so
Yeah.
spicy. Like I love it. So I mean, I'm talking out of my ass here. So, um, okay. The 9 tribes with the Iron Fist with Swiss Strides, a great unit, phenomenal
Right.
unit. Triple Bruisers, also a great unit. Um, James, he has his common. They were not common Goblin Raiders; they're Forest Goblin Raiders. That's why they have Scout. They're on the
Right.
spiders. They're not on the wolves. Um, the Merc Vets, I think that's kind of a. I like the plate armor on them. I really like the plate armor on them, just to make them. Um,
Plate and poison.
yeah, plate poison with the pistols.
Yep.
That's great. 5 Yetis is cool. I've never seen that unit.
It's different.
2 tigers, a cannon, and a frost.
Still like that Frost Mammoth a lot with mercenaries.
Yeah, with mercenaries, I like a lot too.
Yeah.
I will say, yeah.
That's a great combo.
Yeah, I think this is a nice, well-rounded ogre list.
Yep. Welcome back, Owen. You're going to do okay with it.
This looks just like an Owen list.
You got to get out of turn 3 though. But good luck.
Yeah, Brett, he's 22 points short because I don't think he can literally upgrade anything. I mean, I think he can put 2 musicians on his bruisers.
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess he could do that.
So,
That's funny.
yeah.
All right. That's Owen, and then the other ogre is Brandon.
All right, so I'll take responsibility for this list too. This is the most Brandon Phelpsiest list I could think of.
All right.
Yeah, this is the. All right, listen. We went with the general. I was not brave enough to put him on Crown of Autocracy,
Okay.
but I gave him the 4/4 up with Liger's Tongue, and then he has the 5th spell with the heirloom, and Gut Roar, so he's channel 2, and he causes fear.
Okay. And he is shamanism.
And he's shamanism.
So 5
and then,
up. Yep.
So I put the Mammoth Hunters on Tuskers. And then one's a 2 up with the Flaming. One's just tough 6. Just a tough 6 Mammoth Hunter. And the Breath Weapon. Now, on those models with the Tuskers, he's going to have 4 strength 7 and 4 strength 5. So the whole point was it's basically he's running 4 giants.
Right.
Yeah. He's running 4 giants is the whole point.
Yep.
With impact hits and a stomp. Then his BSB is just his BSB. Like, it's the best I could do with the limited points I had left over in characters. To keep Cult Leader, because he really wanted the Cult Leader for the 18-inch bubble.
Okay.
He has 10 Swift Striding Bruisers, some Tribesmen. He has 8 Merc Vets. Again, this is just a Brandon Phelps unit. Plate Armor, Iron Fist.
It looks like there's the 22 points that Owen was under as putting musicians on those units of 3 tribesmen.
That's it. That's it.
All right. Mercenaries with, would you give them Swift Stride and Plate? I like Swift Stride too.
And Iron Fist. Just so he has 2 big units that have Swift Stride, and then he has 4 single models to support those 2 big units.
No champ, no standard.
I was out of points.
Okay.
And then 2 Sabercats and 2 Giants with great weapons. So he's got a ton of Strength 7, a ton of Strength 6, and he just has 2 big Brandon Phelps blocks that he can chaff, shove, and then 4 single models to support.
All right. He should enjoy that list.
I hope so. It's a Brandon Phelps list.
You are giving him giants, right?
Yeah, I'll bring his 2 giants for him.
The lone Sylvan Elf.
The one and the only.
Got to congratulate Ben Jones' daughters on making this list.
Listen, he took an elf unit, a Sylvan Elf, and he has 40 Forest Guard. He can't
a unit of 40 Forest Guard.
He can't call himself up.
I have never seen this before. Have you seen a unit that large of this?
I've actually played against 50 one time.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
that's more Sylvan Elves than I see in like 6 Sylvan Elf armies.
He's got the Great Elk Prince with the Strength 7, the Battle Focus.
Yeah.
He's a great piece. He's got another Forest General.
He does have a Dragonfire Gem too, which I like.
Yep. With the Hunter's Honor Spear. That's okay. A Master on Cosmo. and then 2 Dryad Ancients to support his scoring Dryads. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scoring units. That's a ton for Sylvan Elves. They're usually scraping by with 3.
Briar Maidens are scoring too, aren't they?
No.
They're not?
No.
Okay.
And then he has a champ on the Briar Maidens because they're a Wizard Conclave. Light Troops Wizard Conclave.
Oh, right. That's right. I'm thinking the wrong unit. You're right.
Yep.
So he's got a Master
on Cosmo.
Cosmo, and then he's got the Briar Maiden. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. The unit of 4 forest equals just to kind of be annoying. He can redeploy his Forest Rangers, which is kind of cool. I like that. And then he's just got like a bunch of combat guys, so he's just going to shove at you.
Right.
He doesn't have any way to shoot or get points from range, really, so he's really going to come at you.
And no real true chaff.
Yeah, and those Briar Maidens are there to deliver that Forest Prince into combat.
Yeah, we'll see if he can pull it off.
Yep.
It's got the pieces.
Sure does.
Good luck, Ben.
Uh-huh.
Justin Berge playing Undying Dynasties.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Master Cosmo, solid. With the Hourglass, of course.
Yeah, of course.
The Adept Evo
Crystal
book.
Ball, which you don't see a ton anymore.
No, you don't see a lot of that. The Rock. He's got a General with Godslayer. That's awesome. Architect with the Scroll. Great. A Casket. You don't really see a lot of caskets either. 59 Spearmen.
What is the Scroll of Desiccation?
So you can remove a forest or a field piece.
Okay. Just remove it or turn it into something.
I think you turn it into...
I'm thinking about the whatever.
Yeah,
Wasteland Forge.
You choose a field force or water. This ceases to be a terrain feature and it's just dangerous 1 for all enemy units.
Okay.
DT1. Yeah.
Oh, for all enemy only. Nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So then he's got the spear block. So they're going to be weapon skill 5.
He's 1 short of the max.
4, yeah. 1 short of the max. 4. He's got the death mask, which makes you -2 offensive skill against him. And then he's got a bunker with the Aether icon for his his casters and his architect. Then he has the Entomb to go score. He has 6 scouts for chaff. He has, and I like that because if you're going to take the Scorpion can then actually go get points instead of having to be chaff.
Right.
He's got 6 Scatafrax, which are great with the Flaming Standard. Great choice on them, especially in the Tomb King mirror. And then he's got 4 Tomb Reapers, which you don't see a lot of, but I think they're really good in Tomb Kings. They're a ton of points, but like for Tomb Kings, they provide them some lateral movement, which I think is really important for people that are trying to get around and into your bunker. We've talked about this in other lists too. It's that one combat unit that you can go fight and get points with that you're not afraid of losing a scoring unit.
Right. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So I like this list a lot. I'm willing to be convinced on the casket. I see that kind of as dead points. Like I feel like another Tomb Scorpion would just be better than the casket, but easily could be wrong on that.
All right. Victor B. 2 Death Colts, Wizard Master, Adept.
She took Div instead of Cosmo. Like I like Div a lot on Cataphracts. Like I think Div helps the Cataphract units out a lot more than
and he's
Cosmo
got 2
does.
Cataphract units.
Yeah, he doesn't have the spear block. Where Cosmo helps the spear block more, Div helps the Cataphracts more.
Right, and he's got 1 architect to bounce that ward save around, the regen around.
You have the crown to give him a 7th spell, I guess. He has 1 binding scroll, which is fine. So he has 2 units of 20 skeletons, 1 unit of skeletons for a bunker, triple scout, 6 Tomb Cataphracts, and double Sphinxes.
This is one thing I do see. That I see almost every Tomb King list is the mages are never protected.
Yeah, they just rely on keeping them in bunkers.
So you just got to keep people off you.
Yeah. You don't really have a choice. So,
Okay.
and then I think I don't think battle sphinxes are actually worth their points. I think there's too many things that kind of bag them too easy now.
Right.
And if you were gonna play them, I think that would be a shout for Cosmo. Which means if you're gonna take Cosmo, should you be taking Cataphracts? I don't really know, but
Hmm.
Cosmo just because you have the way to you have really cheap spells that heal. So
Um, both the units of skeletons are entombed. The first two.
yeah, those are your scoring pieces.
So that means he's got when he deploys, he's got a unit of 21 skeletons with 3 characters in it.
Yep.
2 units of cataphracts and 2 sphinxes.
And the triple scout. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, then he scouts the skeletons. Yeah.
Yeah, scouts the scout, the scout, of course, and then then you, and then the other 2 units show up at some point.
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's fine.
And Jeremy's playing vampires.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's another one I didn't expect.
Taking the Nosferatu on the zombie dragon
Yep, with a great weapon.
with a great weapon, just a big blade. Triple Banshee is interesting. Like I was messing around with some Banshees too, so that's a cool list with the Banshees.
Right. Direwolves with champs, 2 units of skeletons,
He's got the
fast
Master of
skeletons.
Occultism and the Adept on Evo, so he has double snipe potential. The Dark Coach is also a great piece if you can make your ward saves. I also like Winged Reapers and the Horror in this list for the lateral movement. So I would just be worried about what can fight. It's my only concern.
Right.
Like if
There's
you have
not a
somebody
lot.
that can outrange you for a turn or two, and you can pick up like those horrors and really kind of cripple those reapers, then like he's gonna have a hard time like kind of fighting that back.
Right.
I don't know enough about VC honestly to comment on what I would change, but that's just what jumps out on me on paper right now.
All right. Yeah, just again, surprised to see him playing them.
Yep.
Didn't we already have a Formento already?
Yeah, we did.
This is Lynn Formento.
All right, so we have Brotherhood of the Dragon Bloodline. Great. Crimson Rage is cool. The flying guy, he's an adept on occultism. Fine.
2 banshees.
Yeah. Paired weapons, touch of greatness. Interesting. I probably would have gone a halberd. For the
What's the
strength
touch of great?
6. Yeah. Oh no, touch of great. Oh, I'm thinking halberd with blessed inscription. Sorry. Yeah, I think the blessed inscriptions is better with Crimson Rage because that's your Bread Fury. So you can give him the rerolled wound, which just kind of helps that consistency
Okay.
without needing the spell. But also taking double Banshee, which is interesting.
Yep. Big unit of ghouls.
Big unit of ghouls.
Zombies, zombies, wolves, spectral hunters.
He's got the one-up Vampire Knights, double Varkalax, 10 Spectral
10
Hunters.
spectral
I mean,
hunters.
that's
I want to see that run against Phil Carl.
yeah.
10
I mean,
spectral hunters.
that's a lot of really fast threats. Like those direwolves are going to be on you. He's going to shove up behind. The Varkalax have a lot of Vanguard and lateral movement. I like the Spectral Hunters too. I took 2 units of them. So I think this is a fine list for Brotherhood of the Dragon. Now, like the thing I'm not convinced on when I play VC is whether taking a Bloodline is really worth it when you have to spend an extra 225 points in core.
Mm-hmm.
Like your core is fine as VC, so I guess it's not a huge deal. But I don't know. It's just that was my impression.
Your one draw. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chris Mintz. Courtier, Dead Rise,
So Nosferatu, Arcane Knowledge, Master of Occultism. So he has the +6 inches on all of those really nasty occultism spells. Also has a Courtier on Evo, and then he's running his Nav model, which is the Barrow King Cowboy with the 1-up rerollable and the Assault Infusion. Hand open, Hero's Heart.
3 units of skeletons, all with different
20
banners.
zombies. Yeah, like you're seeing a lot. Like for people that don't know, the Nosferatu lets you raise the skeletons above their starting value.
Right.
So it's where you're seeing a lot of skeletons instead of zombies with people playing Nosferatu. You have 2 units of 8 direwolves with champs. Like throwing champs on your direwolves, that's another comment I would make on like the previous list. Like a champion on a direwolf is just phenomenal. A champion on any undead unit is amazing.
Right, because it's going to come back.
It's just going to come back. You can really pink Cowboys here. He's got the Bat Swarms too, which is like the double Dark Coach for the zoning, the double Altar of Undeath to really strengthen up his shooting phase, and then the horror that he's going to keep back and hidden and kind of get you when you think you have him beat. So what he's going to try and do is zone with those coaches, zone with that horror, let those altars just kind of build up steam for a couple of turns, and then he's going to shove into you with all of that chaff while those altars are hitting you with those D6 hits. That's strength 4, strength 5, strength 6.
And all those skeletons are many more than 20.
Yeah. And he's just going to nickel and dime wounds off of you with evocation, with occultism, and Nav's, the Barrow King, is going to hold you like in place while your altars just crush you. So this is probably my favorite list at the event.
And there'll be a lot of reforming shenanigans.
Yeah, there's 6 single models in this army.
Right.
Which gives him just a ton of flexibility in the movement phase. He has the coaches where you can spread the skeletons around if he needs to like really get around your flank there, because they can march with a huge range. So like this list is phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's way better than my list.
What were you saying? You want to go back?
No, this is great. Yeah.
James Smith.
So I like the Von Karstein.
Have you seen him playing anything but vampires?
No, never.
Okay.
For the 18-inch range, like that's fine. I don't really like the Monstrous Revenant, but we've seen a lot of courtiers too. I'm not used to seeing this many courtiers.
Right.
The baby vampires. But that's cool. So he's the Master of Occultism. He's an Adept on Evo, and he's an Apprentice on Occultism. Okay.
What's the Eternity Gem?
That's the one that you ignore. Like you get a 2-up ward save or something against your first wound.
Okay.
You lose Lethal Strike too.
Okay. So it
it's like multi wounds as well. Let me just double check it.
Kind of gives you a free wound.
Yeah, it's must be activated when the bear suffers its first wound in the game. The bear's model gets 2-up against this wound, and then attacks against the bear's model with lethal strikes and/or multiple wounds lose these attack attributes.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's great on a monstrous, like it is good on a Monstrous Revenant with Death Tutor, but that's where I would say that's worth taking the Blood Dragon guy with Crimson Rage, because he can then just go out and just go ham on people.
All right. 2 big blocks of skeletons.
Yeah, those are cool. 20 zombies.
Direwolves. No champ.
No champ.
Core of the Damned.
Yeah. I don't.
Arrow Knight, Great Bat, Shrieking Horror, and a Varkalak. Okay. He's got the Varkalak.
I like the I really like Varkalaks.
They're really good.
I like the Varkalak. That's
being
just
an opponent, not a player of Vampire counts, I don't like the Varkalaks.
Right. I mean, he's got the Barrow Knights to protect his courtiers too. The court's gonna make a skeleton unit pretty nasty, so like I think it's fine. I think this is another one of those lists that would be much better over 5 games than 3 games.
Okay. All right.
Because it looks like a list that's not gonna get like blown out, but it's just I think it's gonna struggle to get points.
What does he have that fights well?
He's got a Varkalak.
He does.
He's got the vampires. So I mean, that's the only thing I'd be worried about.
Yep. And those who are mounted? The one guy's on a Monstrous Revenant. The
other 2 are on horses.
Okay, so they're going to go with that big unit of Barrow. They're going to go with 8. There'll be a unit of 8 knights. Yeah,
like you only have to kill 2 Barrow Knights too before you can really start hamming on those vampire courtiers. So.
To bring them down. You're right.
Yeah, it's
good point. But they have the Eternity Gems on that guy. Okay.
Yeah, they got like 1-up, 5-ups, and one guy's got a 1-up rerollable. So.
All right.
I mean, I do like that they have Fire Wards. Like that is a big deal. But. I mean, if you're playing alchemy anyway, you just go all in on the monstrous revenant because he only has a regen save. So,
Joe Finlayson. I know
so yeah,
this
so
guy.
I have a VC army. I've never
I was
played.
surprised.
Um, so I took the vampire count. It's a really, I think it's a pretty common build. He flies on the spectral steed. He's got a 2-up armor save, a 4-up aegis save. He has the blessed inscriptions lance, which I really like. And then he has the dragonfire gem. I made him an adept on occultism. I then took an adept on alchemy with the necromantic staff, and I have the adept on evo with the heirloom. So I have a lot of spells. I just really
Right.
wanted to cover my base with raising and still have enough magic that can threaten people. Um,
3 adepts.
in
You're
their
gonna have
phase.
7 spells plus
Sure,
the
yeah. Plus the Dead
staff
Arise.
and the
So
Dead Arise. Okay,
yeah. So I
that's
have
a lot.
6, 7, 8, 9 spells. Yeah. Never cast them all. It's mostly I wanted to give myself the ability
Variety.
to have threatening magic, like with Silver Spike Change, Quicksilver Lash, the Toxic Breath Weapon, Hasten the Hour. So I can do that and still heal, and
Right.
still buff myself in combat. So I can kind of switch from range magic to buffing or hexing to healing.
Nice. Because you got that
Yeah,
many choices.
because
That
I
really.
have all those choices. Yeah. And it still gives me triple channels, so like I really like the triple channel on the list too.
Yeah. Big unit of ghouls.
Big unit of ghouls, of course, with the champion. I have the double zombies with musician. I have the
Yeah.
8 dire
Champion is
wolves
the
with the
musician
stamp.
in ghouls, right?
I think so.
Doesn't he double as a musician? Or am I
Uh,
wrong?
I'm not sure. I don't.
Okay. It's your list.
First raise, ghoul champions, gaze, swift reform. Yep.
So,
Yep. Okay.
2 musicians, 2 zombies with musicians, dire wolves, champion,
Of course,
8
gap
gas.
champion. Again, I think if you're playing like when I looked at the
That's a
player
brick.
pack, I saw that we're playing flags, and I feel like 8 ghasts are the perfect flag unit because they can go up, they're super tough, they can fight. I have multiple ways to give them rerolls to wound. They already come with rerolls to hit built in, so I think they're a great just kind of piece to have for this tournament, especially for things like Old Center. Like I could send them forward and sneak zombie units in behind to score. So that's why I took the 8 ghasts. And then I really felt like I needed some AP10 if I was running ghouls and ghasts. So I took 2 units of Spectral Hunters.
Oh, is that enough AP10s for you?
That's a lot of AP10.
Yeah.
I also like the zoning threat of them. And one
Yeah.
thing I've found, like I've only played like 3 games with vampires, but like the 3 games I've played, I've been really struggling with. Do I go aggressive in the magic phase here and try and like do some damage? Do I buff my units because I might get charged, or do I heal? And so like I need to work on
You
that.
might have too many choices.
Yeah. So kind of a problem with that. But the hunters are great because they zone extremely well. They're a phenomenal counter to non-flame ward cowboys. They also have terror, which I think is a really underutilized rule these days.
Right.
So I like that about them, and I like that they're light troops. So I have that kind of stretch that can stretch the table a little bit more.
Ooh, and there is a huge hammer.
Yeah, the 6 vampire knights with full command. I like 6 over 5. I feel like having that extra wound is just a big deal. Like
Extra 2 wounds.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And a Varkalak.
And I have a Varkalak. I was really kind of like, should I drop the hunters down to like 7s to get that
Second
Varkalak?
Varkalak.
Well, the Varkalak would be a black coach then.
Ah, okay.
But I can't make 4 board saves, so I was like, F that. Like I can't make a 4 board save to save my life, so I'm just gonna take a Varkalak instead.
Okay. So you're betting against your dice. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I can't make a save, so just don't even bother.
Don't bother getting one.
Yeah.
All right. We've got a single Vermin Swarm, which is also surprising to me.
This list is disgusting. Let me just as a Vermin Swarm player, this list is disgusting.
Yeah, this guy up top has like, what is it, 7 strength 5 AP3? Or is it
Yeah, it's 7. 'Cause he's got 4 base. His paired weapons goes to 5. The tail weapons goes to 6. Death or Hero's Heart goes to 7.
8? Yeah, it's just dumb.
On the War Litter, he's a phenomenal piece. It's a great tyrant. Then he's got the double monstrous rats, which
Yeah.
I see why he took them. I don't know if I would have. I would have gone with. He and I are actually playing really similar lists right now too, which is kind of fun.
Okay.
Like we haven't even talked about it. We just are. I would have gone with the pistol guys again.
Okay.
The
Both
name
those
escapes
rats,
me.
both
The
those
rackets
monsters.
are the machinists.
Yeah.
But both those monstrous rats
They have
are
MR2.
MR2.
Both of them.
Yep. Yep. With paired weapons and tail weapons. So they have 6 attacks base, and they have shield breaker. So he's 6 strength 4.
Don't. And that's on top. Oh God, Phil.
Yeah.
I want to see him play Phil Carl.
With the toxic breath weapons.
Yeah.
Well, that's just he's also supporting those toxic guys with triple toxic globe launchers.
It's so ugly.
He's got the footpads. He's got some disciples.
I actually
he's got some
played
gutter
a
blades.
list close to this, if
Yeah.
not this one that he ran.
Yeah, but Guy Cheney, you don't need those 10 plague disciples. You don't need those gutter blades. That should be 18 Giselles. I don't know what you're doing with witchcraft, especially. Reroll the wound on Giselles is just an incredible spell with witchcraft. Just a phenomenal spell. That's the only thing I would change in his list. Is get some Giselles in there.
Footpads are scoring though, right?
Footpad score, so he has 4 scoring still.
Yeah, but 2 of those are 10-man footpads for flags.
You just got to be careful with them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No
and 2
guy, he'll
A-bombs.
deploy him on the line.
And 2 A-bombs.
2 A-bombs. Again, that lateral movement. It's just great peaceful.
Right. Well, I mean, it's an 18-inch bubble that you can't go near.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Bad. I don't want to play that. Rich. Start hair. Back to now we're on the Warriors.
Do we even have to talk about Warriors?
Yeah, I guess we have to.
All right, so this is the Wretched One list. So he's got the 12 Wretched Ones and double Forsaken Ones. He's got the thing that gives them the reroll.
Oh, this is the army Phil Blake was playing close to for a while.
Yeah. He's got 4 scoring still, or he's got 3 scoring. Sorry, which is
Does he
good.
have the item that gives him the reroll random
Isn't
movement?
that what the Lord of the Damned do? If he doesn't, yeah, it's Lord of the Damned.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's like the only problem I have with this list is that item. Like if you take that item away, this list becomes a lot less reliable.
Right.
Just take that. Just get rid of that item completely, and this list is no longer a huge problem.
Right.
But the only drawback of random move is, of course, that it's a random move, so you have no idea where it's going to go. You give them a reroll, you suddenly have a lot more control over your guys.
Over how far it goes. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't really have much to say about this list other than it's really good. He'll probably do really well with it, and I hope I don't have to play it.
All right. That's simple. Ivo?
I have no idea who this is either. This is kind of fun.
Yeah, there's going to be some new people there.
He has 4 blocks and 3 characters.
That's got to be the smallest unit count in this tournament.
Yeah.
Chosen Lord, Obsidian.
4 blocks. Yeah.
Chosen Lord.
Two just nasty Chosen Lords that go in the Chosen Knights. 30 Great Weapon Warriors with the Zealot's Banner. 10 Knights to run around and score, and the Dark Chariot.
Chosen Knights, what are they having? What's their weapon? No lance? Sloth
No.
is the +1 toughness, right?
Yeah, he probably just runs them by themselves, yeah.
So he's going to be tough 5 most of the time.
Yeah. They come with halberds.
Oh, do they? Okay. All right,
Yeah.
that's fine. Ugh. That is a tiny army as far as no unit count.
Yeah. Yeah, Guy Cheney would love to play this army.
Yeah, that one would just wither in front of him. All right. Wow. All right. Ben Keller. Chosen Lord on a Chimera.
I like that. It's a lot of movement for a Chosen Lord.
With a halberd with touch of greatness.
Another wizard.
Oh, and he's got a banner of speed as well.
Oh, boy.
To get even more movement.
Oh, boy. He's got the flares, the horsemen just to chop you, and then he's got 4 units of warriors. That's a lot of the warrior knights, sorry.
Yeah, 215 warriors and 10 blocks of knights.
With green. Wow.
Oof.
It's a lot of chop. It's basically just going to chop you and charge you.
Yep. Wow. Again, it's another Guy Cheney opponent.
Just a dream for Guy Cheney. Yeah.
There's a few of those for him.
The dream.
Ugh. Joey. Chosen Lord. He's got the Burning Portent.
Nice. On Envy, so it helps the reroll with the ones on the charge. The Alchemy Master's solid. I don't
Yep.
love him on a Sky Wheel, but I
He
can see
likes
why
that.
you would take one. Yeah. 18 Warriors on Halberd Envy again for the reroll. I mean, that's just the perfect number for Warriors too for
Yeah,
that cost. Look at that
666.
666.
And the Relentless Company to get where they want to be.
2 units of 8 Warhounds is great. 2 units of Knights. Solid 1, 2, 3 scoring. He has the
One's got
Horseman.
great weapons, one got lances. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. Huh. A Chariot, a Chimera for Chaff, Horseman for Chaff. I think Horsemen score, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so that's the only thing you'd worry about in flags is that. And then the
And I don't like that.
double giant.
I don't like that Tribal War Spear Big Brother Giant.
No, neither do I. But
No. I don't like to play against it. He somehow lines him up on my spider and comes after me.
just shoves it right at you, Spider.
He does. It's like my spider lives in fear of that fat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice list, Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Robb. Here's another small list. One character.
One character, just Herald.
Yep. Exalted Herald. Done.
23 Warriors with the Zealots banner. 2 units of 10 Chosen.
That is so many attacks.
Triple Marauding Giants and double flare. Wow.
At least he's not running them like Phil
Wow.
was for a while with the paired weapons.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. What's the
Okay.
Monstrous Familiar do for you? Let you cast through him?
Makes you the gives you the hereditary.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You could also take the breath weapon too, which is pretty cool on occultism
Okay.
and glory gold. Yeah, that's yikes. That's scary.
If Guy gets lined up right against Warriors, he's going to have
Warrior,
a
warrior,
wonderful
warrior.
day.
Warrior.
He's going to have the best day of his life if this happens.
This one might give him some trouble just with the giants, but
Maybe. You put a rat into each giant.
yeah.
Yeah, anyway, that's just, it's all ugly. All right, round 1 matchups. Bergie on Andrea.
I'm gonna go small win to Bergie. Because I don't think they're gonna get through 6 turns.
I don't think they will. I agree with that.
And he's just got. He only has to kill like a unit of 10 demons or 13 myrmidons in order to cap flags. So that's I'm going small win to Bergie with that casket floating around.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. I got to go with you on that.
Okay.
Bergie. Guy Cheney on Daniel Rupert.
Oh wow.
Who's he playing? Which one is
Wait,
this?
40 rat at arms versus 48 common orcs.
Just let it sit there and grind each other for the refer.
40 rats versus 45 K guns. I'm gonna go Guy Cheney in this list because I think that orc player is gonna struggle to pick up those monstrous rats.
Gargantua with a web launcher. Iron Orcs will disappear to the globe launchers. I know from experience.
Yep.
Yeah. The Great Green Idol's tough for him to deal with.
He's reeled a wound with all of his shooting if he gets the spell off.
He's gonna need 6s.
Yeah, 6 is reeled a wound, but then you don't get a save against it.
That's a good point. Anyway.
Going Guy Cheney with a 15 plus.
Really?
Yep.
That's a big win. Daniel Rupert. Who is Daniel Rupert? I'm gonna go Guy with just an 11-12 though. He's gonna eke one out on this one.
All right.
First one is flags, right?
Yeah.
He's got to get rid of one of these big units.
He
Well,
does
the Iron
that.
Orcs will disappear.
He does that
quickly.
easy because that Tyrant gets in with his 7 strength 5 attacks. Then he's got, static res of 6
All right.
or 5. Sorry.
Joe and Victor. He's got the 2
I shouldn't
battle
predict my
sphinxes.
own game.
You shouldn't. I'm going to go with you with a 15 on this one. Just because I saw this earlier. I was kind of looking at this earlier. And the Spectral Hunters, you're going to eat the Cataphracts. Yeah, that's not going to be pretty. You got to deal with the Battle Sphinxes somehow, but you'll figure that out. All right, yeah. I'm going with you at about a 15.
Okay.
Phil Blake against this army.
This is a really interesting one because that shooting is going to shred his elves.
Well, the only thing that's saving him is the flamings on the cannon instead of the organ gun.
Yeah, so
that could be really bad if it was the other way.
The way I see this is Phil's going to throw the hereditary onto that organ gun.
Right, and let it blow
Lewis
itself up.
No, because he's just going to devour it and then just not shoot it for a turn. But with that in mind, could Phil get on top of him with enough of his shooting just to overwhelm his...
Well, Chris has to camp on that and make sure that doesn't happen.
He's got devouring, so he just doesn't have to shoot the organ gun
right.
for the Dark Elf Hereditary, just for a turn.
Oh, that's a good point.
And then he just needs to protect his war machines, and I think Phil would have a hard time. I think Flags is actually going to help Phil in this one, because he can kind of run circles around those blocks and just pick off some warriors and some marksmen.
What does he have? Dread Legionnaires, Gorgons, Readers. I think, I don't know. He's the defending champ. He's got to do it. But that's going to be a tough game for him.
Yeah.
I really think this is a tough game for him.
Yeah. I mean, like, those Hydras would absolutely roll the Deep Watch, too, if the King's... he can kind of pick where he's going to go.
That Flaming Cannon, this guy has a... This is the one without the Engineer, though, right?
Correct.
Oh. Mm-hmm. That gives him a chance to get those Hydras in there.
Especially if he Vanguard, like the Chris Vanguards those warriors up too far, he can just triple charge with the Hydra.
Right.
With maximized Thunderstomps. It's going to be a close game.
It's going to be a close game. We're going to go small Phil.
I was going to go small Phil, too. Because I think if he just... All he needs is one good charge with that, like, a Gorgon to make it through the gauntlet, and he's in those war machines, and he's picking up 330, 300, 260.
That is a gauntlet, though.
And then I think Phil has the advantage in this scenario here. Like, oh, yeah, like, he's got all... Like, his spears are going to just get shredded by artillery. They absolutely are. But,
right. But there's 27 of them.
He's got triple Hydras that can go just maul some warriors. And
these
some
units of 10 warriors.
Yeah, exactly. And the Gorgons can do that too, actually. Like, just are on top of them. Plus, those repeater batteries, just 24 shots into clan warriors is not going to be pretty. So.
Yeah. Still 13, Phil.
Yeah.
I have no idea, because I don't know Ivo. Owen hasn't played in a long time.
This is hilarious. Like, you have 2 big blocks and 4 big blocks. I have no idea.
He's got chaff. Owen's got chaff. The other guy doesn't.
Owen's got a lot of chaff, but I think the other guy's going to get the advantage in scenario because he's going to have to use those bruisers to chaff away from his bigger units.
That's a good. But he does have these. He's got the Sabertooths to deal with them.
Yeah, he also has 5 Yetis. I'm going to change my vote to.
I think Owen's going to go.
Yeah. Owen, I think's got this. The Frost Mammoth really hurts Chaos Warriors.
Yes.
And the Tribesmen actually fight those warriors pretty well with parry on those great weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be...
And the cannons are going to keep the Chosen Lords within the Chosen Knight units.
Right. So he's going to have 4 units coming at him to deal with.
Yeah, but like he can't cowboy him with that cannon running around.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. The other guy can't. Yeah. And there are only 5 knights, so the first round kills a knight. Now you're scared. Yeah. You got a character can be picked out.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's tough. So yeah, it's going to be Owen, I think.
The Liger's Tongue too is a huge swing
Yeah.
on those chosen knights.
I'm going to go Owen with a 15 in this one.
All right. I think small win because I don't think they'll get through 6 turns. It's a win, but
Ben Keller, I don't know, and Chris, or at least I'm too old to remember him.
it's another 4-block list.
4-block look with a lot of chaff though. 4-block list.
I'm going with the big fan of Suna here. I just have to vote for him.
There's a lot of shooting in that list.
There's a lot of shooting.
Volley gun will just shred a warrior knight unit.
Yeah, let's also take that. The Chimera Lord doesn't really want to mess with that. And
no. Chris is going to win this one big.
You are, I think, small. But yeah.
I'm going big. 15 plus.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got to stay back. I mean, he can't deal. Anyway, I don't know. Doesn't look good. And the Imperial Giant will crush the whole army by himself.
The big fan of Suna is going to be a big fan of him.
Yeah, after this. Phil Carl and Cole Perry.
Wow, this is an interesting round one match.
Ooh. Who has Volcanic Embrace in this list? Anybody? The Anointed?
So. The Titan, I think, is the only thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would crush Phil. It's just not there.
Volcanic Embrace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're right.
It wounds on your armor and
yeah, it's totally different. It's like an alchemy hit now, right?
And it's AP4 all the time. Yeah, it's pretty ugly for armored guys.
But still, it's got he took Pyro too. Cole. Pyro's gonna not help do you much favors.
Phil's gonna win it. Phil's gonna win it small at 12.
Yeah.
Titan has the Volcanic Embrace. Yeah.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah. It's I think.
Why are you in Jersey anyway? Anyway, sorry.
I think Phil's gonna eke this one out because he's also got the scoring unit advantage. He can kind of keep his Sun Griffins back and just shove on him with those big blocks and take out some of his vassals. Yeah.
So I gave Phil 12.
I'm gonna go 15 for Phil.
All right. Brian Hulley and James Smith. This is gonna be a slugfest. I'm going a draw at 10-10.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's a lot of shooting for
only
Brian
because born unlucky. Only because he's got the giant repeater to save him, Brian Hulley.
To save him. That's a lot of shooting that Shrieking Horde does not want to do.
Shrieking Horde is going to peek its head around the corner, and that giant's going to open up on it and just shred it.
That giant will just melt that vampire count too in a round.
Yeah.
Like unquestioned.
That's going to be a 10-10.
I don't know. I think Brian Holy's got the matchup. Every time I pick him, he lets me down. Which is like, if you think about it, right? Like, that's like, the vampire count is good against multi-wounds, but he's only a 2-up, 4-up. So, the AP2 shots from even Riders, he's only tough 5. Like, I don't want to put my vampire against that. Would you?
He's got a giant repeater. You know what would be awesome if he had the volley gun as well? Would really put it over the top.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, there's nothing in there you want to put anything on.
No, but I mean, it does, like, the thing is that undead do usually have the advantage against, like, these shooting armies because, like,
yeah, they grow.
Yeah, back. you killed 10 zombies and I just raised 15. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But
I don't know. I see a lot of things that can evaporate those Barrow Knights.
Yeah, the Barrow Knights are gone.
And again, like you said,
probably gone.
The giant repeater opens up and does 2 wounds or more to that Barrow Knight unit, and now you're picking out the characters.
With that tank, yeah.
With the tank and anything else, yeah. And applying a shot here and there to them. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna go Brian Holy with 13.
I still think it's gonna be a slugfest 10-10.
All right, I'm going Brian Holy 13.
Maybe somebody ekes out an 11. Chris McDonald and Jobadiah. Empire cartels. That mortar probably won't do much damage to goblins.
Rocket.
I'm
going Jobadiah with a 13 plus. Easy call.
Great Green Isle Giant with a club. Yeah, I mean the Ed Bashers. I do like the Feral Orcs with paired weapons, full command. They don't have a banner though.
Yeah, but you have
Why
to get
doesn't he?
those poor Ed Bashers are gonna have to get through 45
Correct. Yeah.
strength 4 shots.
I'm sorry, Chris. I think you're gonna get wiped.
Mhm.
Good luck though.
We believe in you.
No. Brett Robb with his tiny army. It's all
I love this. This is my favorite Warriors list.
Brett Robb's
Brett's my favorite Warrior.
3 giants, 2 units of 10.
3 Units, 2 Jeff, 2 units of 10 chosen, and 23 Warriors. Like just go get them.
Just go get them.
All
And
right,
watch the arrows bounce off of them. And this is the light shooting list too.
This is the light shooting. Brett Robb's going to smash this army.
This might be the first 20.
17 plus.
Oof. Really?
17 plus. Because there's no that Herald's just going to do whatever it wants to do.
Oh, you're right. There's not much to stop it, is there?
Sit on ice and fire and just run around.
Oof. I'm going to give I don't know who Michael is, but I'm sorry, Michael. I hope you get a point or two out of this. All right. Ryan Stottle. Oh, it's an orc on orc fight.
Oh, this is easy. Stottle's list is just better, so I'm going to give it to Stottle.
The other guy's got 7 more Iron Orcs than he does.
I do like his list.
And his orcs are feral compared to his orcs are headbashers compared to the ferals who aren't.
That's true, but
the ferals charge that list, they're going to get wrecked.
Amazing. There's so many splatters. Like, I've never seen this many splatterers.
4 splatterers and a get launcher in this list.
Yeah, I mean, also in your list, there's 3 splatterers. So like,
and an extra one on riding on top of the spider.
Yeah, that's true. That's you might have convinced me. Here, let me see. Master Witchcraft. Ooh. Oh, I'll go 10-10 because I honestly don't know which list.
I have no idea.
They seem about the same to me.
I don't know Adam. I know Ryan, so I'm going to give Ryan a slight win. I'm going to give him 12-13. He's got the troll ale flask. The other guy does too, but the other guy's using Iron Orcs.
But the other guy's using bridge trolls. You know.
He is using bridge trolls, but bridge trolls are only weapon skill 3, so that -1 to hit.
It's got Witchcraft, -2.
Oh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pair that up. Okay.
He can fight without needing to sacrifice.
Witchcraft does make a lot of difference.
He can fight with those trolls too without having to risk a scoring unit.
Well, he can fight. The big thing is with that witchcraft guy. It gives him Adam's going first in those fights.
Yep, that's what I saw. The Master Witchcraft, and I was suddenly like,
Ryan.
He's also got the Omen of the Apocalypse. You know what? I'm going Adam. Small win. Yeah. I have no idea who he is. You could be terrible. I've never played before, but
simply because of the witchcraft, I'm going Adam with a 14.
Yeah. A 14.
Sorry, Ryan. And because you got that dwarf filth still hanging on you, so don't worry.
That dwarf stank.
The stench is on you. Oh, God, never mind. Poor Billy.
20 to mince. Go ahead. Next slide.
If Billy gets a point out of this, I'll be happy.
Yeah. I don't think anybody was watching this when we saw it. We think Billy Smith's list is illegal, by the way. We can't figure it because the Harbinger should only have 150 points of magic equipment according to my book. That could be wrong. He has about 195.
Okay.
So,
all right.
If you're watching that.
Yeah. Billy's a nice guy, but you can't run into the mince man.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Sorry, Billy. You are that unlucky.
You can pick this one. I'm going to stay out of this one. I will say one thing. Splatterers don't do well against armored up, tough 4 guys.
No.
But they're not going to be shooting at them.
No.
They're going to be shooting off artillery.
Yeah, that's what you do. Every turn. Well, you have more Iron Orcs, so I mean that obviously means
that's the win.
It's the win. I think you're actually going to. I think you're going to struggle against this list.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you.
I think you're gonna struggling. It's just it's like he's got enough shooting to like harass and take out your chaff. He's got
To
two
me, I'll
beefy
tell you
chaff
what I
pieces of
think the
his
game
own.
rests on. The game rests
Yeah,
on how fast his artillery goes down.
yeah, I will agree with that. Because if you can get his artillery off turns 2, turns 3, like you have
Right.
chances to come back and pick up some points.
Yeah.
But I think he's got the advantage with an engineered, runed up organ gun, and you not have it. Like you have enough targets that he doesn't care that your cowboys have flame wards.
I don't care. That's got to go before I get anywhere near him.
Yeah.
I've just got to sit back.
Yeah, and he's just yeah, I just don't.
Especially with he's got the engineer, so he's going to be hanging around. That thing's going to hit me all the time. I can't bring
Yeah,
my spider anywhere near it when that thing's out there.
you have shamanism.
I do.
That helps.
Somewhat. Maybe I can get
I mean,
a totemic off on him. -1
I
to
would.
wound helps.
Yeah, I'd basically just go like on an 8 dice phase, 4 dice totemic, 4 dice
Right.
boosted
Chilling
chilling
Howl.
howl.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're exactly correct.
on
And
those
then
marksmen.
Then
Yeah.
the 3 splatterers at one target, probably the organ gun first,
Yeah,
and then move on.
yeah, you're gonna struggle though.
Yeah, I am. You're right. Not denying
But so I'm gonna go with Josh in this one.
it. All right.
Sorry,
Good
bro.
luck, Josh. I'm looking forward to this game.
I mean, like you could easily win this game though. You know what
It's
I mean?
a classic. Orcs and Goblins versus
You-
Dwarves.
You could easily win this game. Like one good totemic, get the organ gun off, get the cannon off, and then suddenly you're coming for him,
Right.
right? Like I could see you easily winning this game.
Right.
I just don't think you're gonna get lucky enough to do that.
Thanks, Joe.
I've
All
seen your YouTube page.
Yeah, have you? All right. Ben, I like you. I like you a lot.
Jeremy Schweitzer's gonna crush this list
Yeah, I think so.
because you just have no way of getting points from range, and he has no way of killing and catching that shrieking horse. The horse is just gonna run around and scream and scream.
He's got a unit of 4 eagles. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. He'll be tremendous.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jeremy Schweitzer, 15 plus.
Big
Next
win
slide.
for Jeremy. Kelly and Jacobo?
Oh, Dark Elf on Dread Elf.
Dark
Ooh.
Elf on Dread Elf? That's the same thing. Dark Elf on High Elf.
Dark Elf on High Elf, excuse me.
They both have two Reapers.
Yeah.
Frost Phoenix. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going with the 10-10.
The Swordmasters are better than the Adjudicators.
Yeah, I'm going with the 10-10. Kelly's not going to be able to push into him with that Lion Chariot still running around because he'll just wipe out those Gorgons.
Knights of
They both
Rima
have-
with
they
lances
both have
are
to
only
hide-
strength 5?
Strength 6.
Oh, the Rima. Never mind.
Yeah,
Rima. Strength
those are
6,
Knights of
2 attacks
Rima.
each. So he's got the better Cav.
Uh-huh.
He's got the better elite foot.
They both have to hide their Cav until the bolt throwers go down.
Kelly's got 2 big blocks, though. Oh, there's a huge block on the other side. Never mind. It's 35 inch spears over there.
Yeah.
And another unit of 20. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah. The Frost Phoenix too might, if it can get into his
I'm gonna
back
go
line. I think Jocko.
Kelly light.
Ooh.
Kelly with a 12.
I'm going with the 10-10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brandon and Lynn Formento. Brandon's never played this list. This is his first game with this list.
This list is made for Brandon. He just shoves it forward,
I understand.
and good things happen.
I think he's gonna hesitate though and lose.
He'll kill himself. You mean? Yeah.
I think he'll hesitate and not just shove it forward.
Yeah. I think he could easily win this game, but
It's a lot of stuff to get through.
he's got a lot of strength 7 though for this one.
I gotta go small win for Brandon.
Small one for Brandon.
12-13.
Going with
But only if he can protect the tribesmen.
yeah. Oh, it just
Keep
leaves
them
the
out of the
tribesmen
fight.
on the back line.
He's got to leave them out of the fight.
The thing is like that guy, like Lynn doesn't have anything that can fight those 2 units. Like heads up, you know.
35 ghouls can hurt
the bruisers. Yeah,
the
but
bruisers. They can't fight the mercenaries, but they can fight the bruisers.
yeah.
Nothing can fight the mercenaries. Even the vampire knights don't want to run into that unit.
No, not with magic. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go Brandon.
Small win for Brandon, 12-13.
All right.
Don't think I know either one of these guys.
Oh, this is Wretched Ones against Elves. Wretched Ones win.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean, he's
Wretched
got a
ones
lot
are
of
the
shooting.
Wretched ones are the strength 4 impact, strength 4 grind guys, right?
Yeah, that initiative 0, but they're good. Like the Lion Chariots help. Like, don't get me wrong, because
Yeah, but they're only tough 4. What they have 5 up wards or 5 up
5 up
regions?
Aegis or not Aegis region fortitude.
I think they're going to get shot up pretty quick.
He's just got a lot of them, man.
I understand.
And they're infantry, so the Lion Chariots don't get their bonuses against them. I'm going with Rich. I'm going Rich with a big win.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, we're really opposite on this one.
Those Forsaken ones just also bag dragons.
That Ancient Dragon's just going to sit on one of those wretched units and just destroy it.
I wouldn't be so sure, man. Like a Forsaken one into that too, just balls those dragons.
Well, you gotta get
D6 plus 3 automatic hits.
You can't let the Forsaken one join that fight, but the dragon should munch one of those wretched one units. They're unbreakable though, so he's got to get through them quick.
They always get the fight, and he just gets automatic hits on a dragon. Just doesn't matter. He's fishing for 6s.
6 is the wound.
It might be 5s to him with Master of Evocation, man. Like,
okay. Good luck. Joey against Simon. I hope Joey tables him, just for him taking Infernal Dwarfs.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Simon's list is really good.
I know. And the Kadim Incarnates do have the Volcanic Embrace, and that really hurts.
He's also got fun lines. I think Simon's
it's a bad list for Joey.
15 on this one.
Yeah, that's about right.
Joey could do it again. Like if Simon has a bad one, turns 1 and 2, Joey gets across the table at him. Like I think it could go hard to Joey, but I don't predict on luck.
I want to see the Citizen Giant and the Tribal Warspear Giant square off.
Oh yeah.
All right. Look at that. That was it.
Hey, we did it.
We did it in just over 2 hours. What a nightmare.
Did it. 36 lists. It's midnight and I got work tomorrow, so.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
All right. Let's
that was
call
fun.
it there. Yep.
This is on the the 22nd, so a week
2
from
Saturdays
Saturday.
From now, yeah.
Yep. Look forward to hearing it. Come, be fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody again.
Yeah, me too. It'll be nice to see everybody.
It'll be fun.
Hang on.
All right, that's going to end this. So I'm going to end this broadcast. Thanks for joining us. That was fun. Talk to you guys later.
All right, talk to you later.